Hello, everybody, and welcome to the official Silent Sequester RuPaul's Drag Race podcast, where we talk about everything RuPaul's Drag Race. I am Dylan. You may recognize me from the Silent Sequester podcast or the Big Brother Canada podcast, and we have an amazing panel with us this evening. So I'm going to let each one of the panelists introduce themselves before we start talking about the season. So why don't we start with Elise?
Hi everyone, I'm Elise Navy Dad. I live in New York City. I am a professional drag queen now that all my other jobs have been shut down. So, but yeah, I'm so excited to talk about Drag Race. I have a lot of opinions, a lot of probably unpopular opinions, but I'm excited to see how mad I can make everyone. So let's get into it.
All right, Kels, why don't you tell us about yourself?
Hi, I'm Kels. I am a Drag Race super fan, and I think I have a lot of conspiracy theories about the show.
Ooh.
So I always think I know what's coming next, but I never do.
And Robin from HR.
Hello, I am Robin from Human Resources, the Honda Civic of Drag from Boston. I've been doing drag for like 8 years, and I love Drag Race, and I'm excited to talk about it.
All right, we have a pretty stacked panel, I would say. So let's get into this season. So this was the longest Drag Race season by episodes and by airtime. I mean, the show was on air for about 4 or 5 months. How did you guys feel about the runtime of this season?
Too long.
It was too long.
It was too long, like too damn long. I love the show, but we don't need 4 extra episodes where everyone's still there. Like,
yeah,
maybe if they just had a giant cast and more people like went home, maybe that would be better. But like I could deal with that. But
yeah.
I mean, I'm happy for them, but not happy for me.
I think they were trying to give the audience every single minute that they could of Drag Race. So I think that they were trying to like make people happy, but I think it was frustrating because I think some of the twists came off not making people very happy, like a lot of the double Shantae, like that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I agree with y'all completely. I feel like reality television, like Survivor, Big Brother, and Drag Race have kind of lost their way to now. It's like everyone's a winner, everyone's safe. And it's just like when you look at how many non-elimination episodes there were this season, there were 7 out of 16.
I didn't even do a number count, but that's too many.
7 out of 16. It's just like, and then you also have to count the quarantine episode. Like if we don't count that episode, then it's 8 out of 16.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So why don't we talk about the twist that started the whole season? The lip sync SmackDown. Were you guys a fan of that twist?
yes.
I loved it. I loved it. I'm a lip syncer first when it comes to drag. I'm a lip syncer performer first. And so I think a lot of these queens make it to the end of the season, just like Nick and Rose did, without lip syncing.
Yeah.
And so you wouldn't know that they're really bad at lip syncing if you hadn't seen them do it the first episode. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm about seeing them all lip sync. Like I was really into watching them all lip sync. I did not like splitting them into 2 groups based on how they do the lip sync. That's what I didn't like about the twist. I was really happy to see everyone perform because like you said, you don't really get to see that. And that's what they're known for. Like that's what they do in their city. Like we should see that eventually. And if you go through the whole season and not see it and then someone wins, you're like, well, are you actually a good performer? Like how did you do? So I think it really showcased everyone's talents. I just wish they didn't split them into winners and losers.
Yeah. To be honest, and I actually agree with Robin. What I didn't like about the twist was that it felt very inconsequential because literally nothing came of it other than they were in 2 different groups. I felt like if Elliot was voted off and actually eliminated, I mean, that would have sucked, but I mean, I could have gone without watching Elliot with 3 Ks. I wouldn't have been too upset about it.
I agree with that one.
Yeah.
I wish Elliot just left.
I think they did. Yeah, I think they would have changed the rules if they would have found out what happened after.
Yeah.
If they could look back on it now, they would have been like, "Goodbye, Gordon."
They're like, "Oh shit!"
Did y'all see that clip of like the top 4 watching the finale, and then like they were like, "Yes, Kimura, yes, Joey J," and then it comes to Elliot and they're just like, Oh, Rich. They're like, oh shit, we're on camera. We have to say something.
I think you could actively see Rose like grip Candy's thigh at that
Yes.
Oh, because Candy's on that door.
It's
She's about to
very
say
funny.
something.
See, I didn't mind those lip syncs for your life. I think what they were missing at that point was that we didn't have any attachment to them as characters. Like, so
Yeah.
I didn't know them enough to be like, I want her to win. You know, I didn't know them enough.
Yeah.
So I think they could have either given us one episode where we got to know it, but I mean, but it takes away from like the shock of lip syncing in your best outfit.
Yeah.
And
I think All Stars 4 did that really well with like the redemption challenge, where it was halfway through the season and then like anyone could come back in, even though you know exactly who's coming back in. But
I was gonna say the same thing. Like Elise is 100% correct. If you're gonna do that twist, like halfway through is the perfect point. Like, because you really get attached to these people, and then if someone goes home or like sent to the pork chop lounge or whatever it is, like you're like, oh shit, I don't want you to go. Oh no.
Yeah, but there was no reason to feel bad for them at that point. So like,
Yeah.
kind of were just like, oh, here's two groups of people, and one of them we're being told are losers, so they're the losers in our brain.
And I will say the one.
I just thought it was so weird that was so telling, that it kind of did turn out to be that those were the queens that ended up making it longer. That was, I mean, but was that accurate? Was it just like?
I mean, Kels, you love conspiracy theories. There's a whole conspiracy theory that's how they figured out how the season was going to be planned, was because they watched them lip sync against each other to figure out who to put in the bottom together. That's like a whole theory.
I almost think it's opposite. I think they knew exactly who was going to be in the top 4, and they said, okay, because here's the thing. I don't think Mick won her lip sync. I don't think Olivia won that lip sync.
I agree with those two. Yeah.
So producery, and that's fine. Like I love producery.
It's a reality show.
I like regular producery. Why not?
Right.
To be honest, I would have double sashayed away Mick and Utica, because they did Rumors. They did Rumors such an injustice. I love that song, and they both.
We finally got that song on Drag Race, and it didn't work.
It was a flop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was literally crying. Like my 2007 self was like crying watching that. So we have the two groups. Did you guys have a favorite group between the two, the winners or the losers? Or I would say the pork chop.
I thought the losers did better in their performance challenge.
Yeah, when we go into
episode 3 was better than episode 2.
Yeah,
I think they got a better song.
Well, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was given us. Yeah, I think Phenomenon was given to us to give them the redemption arc moment.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're gonna have them go to the bottom, and then we're gonna show you that actually they're better than the other people. Like,
yeah, that's smart.
And then send them all home.
Yeah. Let Reed get out of here midway, but everyone else go to the end.
Everybody else go.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Phenomenon was just a much better song than Congratulations.
I couldn't tell you. I don't really remember any of the verses from that, but I can literally tell you, like, I remember 90% of the Phenomenon verses.
Yeah, right. The only part I remember of the first one is "My name's Simone and I'm here for the Which as soon as she did that with a little like, I'm like her. It's the her. Her.
Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah, I felt like Simone and Denali, respectively, just like were the clear winners of both challenges. Yeah, I didn't see a point in the top 2, but what did y'all think of the top 2 thing? This was the second season now where they've done this. They did this in 12, and then they brought it back for 13. Were you here for the sequel, or could you have gone without it?
I like it. I think it's nice. Yeah, I think it's nice if they did that. Like, that's a way to get to know everyone without sending someone home episode 1.
Yeah,
and still giving us the lip sync factor of the episode, because I think that's what the audience and like the drag performers that watch Drag Race want to watch, how the people perform. So it's a good way of incorporating that into a non-elimination.
Yeah, I do like the idea of letting the top 2 lip sync, because it kind of feels like a punishment to do well, because most of these queens are like amazing lip syncers. And then we never get to see them even lip sync because they just kill the competition. So it is nice to see the queens that are excelling do very well. And that's why I loved All Stars 2. And I mean, the other All Star seasons were not as good, but I liked the format of that. So there is, since we're on the topic of lip syncing, I feel like there's one lip sync that we absolutely need to talk about.
Yes.
Denali versus Kimura.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kimura was robbed. No,
Kimura was
Yeah.
robbed.
I'm totally kidding.
I love Kimura though.
I do
Yeah.
love her. She seems like a sweetheart, like gorgeous, glamorous, 10 out of 10.
The show just wasn't for her.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
That
happens.
was a great lip
you
sync,
know?
100%. They did a great job. That was
Oh yeah.
outstanding. Wait, were you kidding about Kimura being robbed? You were kidding.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We love her as a person, but on the show it wasn't.
Can you imagine that was the
Yeah.
hill I die on? Is Kimura won that lip sync?
Oh my
that's the hill
god.
I choose to die on.
that was the opinion that was gonna piss everyone off. Was
I mean, shit. I really loved Kimura though. She was such a sweetheart, but I think you were right. It's just like outside of the show, if you look at her drag, she's beautiful. Her drag is excellent.
Right.
But when you come on Drag Race, it's very like, okay, you have an hour to do this. You have 2 hours to do this. And for some queens, that's just not how they roll. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know? And I think people often forget Drag Race is not the end all be all for drag. In fact, it's a very small portion of it.
Yeah.
So I think Kimura will be very successful outside of Drag Race, but Drag Race was just like not her thing.
It was a little too much for her, probably.
Yeah.
well, and also you're up against a powerhouse like Denali. Denali's a phenomenal
Yeah.
lip syncer and like
Right.
brings it every time. Like the bitch never gets tired. You look at her and you're like, how are you not sweating? Like, how are you not like you just still look good? You're still doing it. Like
Mm-hmm.
That whole lip sync was just it kind of reminded me of South Beach Toe, which I don't know if y'all have ever seen that show, but every single second of that show,
that sounds like a straight people show. I don't understand. What is
I
South
love
No.
that show.
You've seen that show? It is the most craziest shit ever. Like it's about a towing company in Florida. Every second of that show, something crazy is happening, something insane. Someone's getting backed off the side of a building. Someone is denting a car with their butt. Like it's crazy. And I felt like Denali's lip sync was that. Like every moment, I was entertained. Like she was doing something every second. Like for me, it's a top 10 lip sync like of the series. I don't know if y'all feel that same way, but
I couldn't stop watching.
I'm still dying at you calling Denali South Beach Toe. Like
it's just it gave me South Beach Toe.
the cut in the neck part, I think that was it.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I
Oh.
saw that part, it gave me very
That was the best.
when Raven's lip sync in season 2, when she was like looking at them, she was like, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Like,
Wow, 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 wow.
yeah. It was just like, damn, man.
Oh yeah, there's those moments where you see them and you're like, oh, that is iconic.
That's the person
Like, because
who's
that
better.
wasn't planned. You
Yeah.
just had that in your mind and you're like, you are dead. Like,
Yeah.
it's a good
It gave
moment.
top 4. It gave winner, honestly.
Well, it gave top 8, but
I didn't think she would lose a lip sync. I didn't think she would lose a lip sync. Like after that, I was like,
No.
she's gonna win every lip sync. I
Mhm.
said, there's no way she doesn't make it to the top 5 at least.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
then she went home on shackles. I'm still confused about it.
I think it was just she made the wrong choice because the dress was a reveal. She could have taken
Yeah.
it off into a little leotard and bucked it in
Oh.
the world. But
That was
Denali
even-
said, no, I'm going to act. And then we found out Denali is not an actress.
no, not an actress.
Mm.
Phenomenal dancer, not an
But
actress.
fierce performer.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cute. Gorgeous as a woman, very cute as a boy. Hi, Denali, if you're watching this, you're probably not, but hit me up.
Listen, you never know. My friend Jimmy Pink, who she's been doing recaps of Drag Race for years. She's had drag queens from the show reach out to her, like Nina Benina Brown reached out to her. I'm trying to remember who else. But she's become friends with quite a few of them, so you
Oh,
never
I
know.
love that. Well, all right. I'll shoot my shot then.
So I guess the next highlight of the season would probably be the rivalry between Candy Muse and Tamisha Oman. So what are your guys' thoughts on that?
It was good television.
It was
I
so
loved
good.
it. It was good TV.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate Candy and I appreciate Tamisha both being like, I am going to say my opinion and I don't give a fuck because it's TV. You're there to make a TV show. And I think a lot of queens forget that when they go, like, your job is not to do drag. It's part of it. Your job is to make a TV show.
Oh
So
yeah.
when you get on there and you're not giving good TV, I say go home. I don't care how good a drag you are. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was well necessary. It was necessary. They needed to fight it out. They needed to like get that out in everybody's face. But at the same time, I like the fact that they knew that they were making a TV show and they were able to like cut it off when it needed to be cut off. Because as Tamisha said, if the cameras weren't there, she would have hit her. So
I believe that too. Tamisha is actually the drag great grandmother of one of my, well, I haven't actually spoken to her in a while, but I'm still sending her love. My good friend Monica Santangelo. She's her great drag grandmother. And DeMonica knows how to fucking break it down. Like if you go watch her performances, she can kill lip sync. She also does not back down to anybody. Like, and she's been in the horror community for years, and she knows how to like break people down with her words. So I knew when Tamisha was on the show, I knew Tamisha was not going to put up with any bullshit. And I don't know if we want to do teams or anything, but I was Team Tamisha the whole season. Like I love Team Tamisha.
Oh, I love Tamisha.
Yeah, I love Tamisha. Team Tamisha, but also I still like Candy.
Yeah, I still really like Candy,
her
and
too.
also like specifically in that feud, I was Team Tamisha, but also Candy was like starting it and like giving the good television. Like Candy throughout the season continued to provide great television.
Yeah,
which we cannot deny.
Yeah, I mean that's why she made top 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Candy is like really talented. Like I really loved her from the Meet Me videos. From the Meet Me videos, she was one of my top picks. And I actually really started to like her more once we got to see the softer side of her, and like Tamisha wasn't there anymore. So I really enjoyed Candy as well. So what did y'all think of the untucked fight between the two of them?
Oh, amazing. One of the best fights in a while.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It gave me Bad Girls Club vibes. That's what I was here for.
Absolutely. Yeah, I wanted to see it go one step farther, but not to like get physical. But I wanted just one more little wave, one more little arc of it. I wanted Tamisha go outside with them. And just
go outside with them and stick the bee on them. That's what
like she what turns out she was the bee. She just got real tiny.
She shrunk herself and buzzed outside to go sting away.
Oh my gosh, not the bee. Oh my gosh. It could have been like a Willem moment where Willem followed Fifi into the other lounge. And was like, the gold bar. It was like, your tone seems very pointed right now.
I have to say that is my favorite. It is my Wi-Fi password if anyone lives in New York. Is Bar Queen. Bar Queen.
So good.
Which is a Willem untucked moment from like God, it was so good. I never knew Bar Queen was an insult, but I like calling people Bar Queens now. Why not? I'm a Bar Queen, but I like calling other people Bar Queen. Hey, Bar Queen.
Oh my gosh, that Willem is on another level. I love Willem. But I loved that fight between Tamisha and Candy, and what it reminded me of was, I don't know if you guys are Housewives of Atlanta fans, but it reminded me of that scene where they were at the table and I think it was Portia. Portia had made up a rumor that Candy was trying to seduce her, and then everyone was like, "Who said that?
Who said that?
Oh
wait, no, it wasn't. It wasn't that. It was when Nene said at the reunion, "I said what I said" about when she was talking shit about her mom. That was what it was.
That was it. Yeah, then Tamisha brought it back.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the next? Like, honestly, after that, the season kind of went a little bit flatline for me.
That's where the season kind of went down for me. It was just like that mid arc of they tried to make Elliot have a story. They tried to like you can have filler queens and just have them disappear. That's fine.
Here's the thing: Elliot should have left during the Rusical when they did that TikTok. I hated that TikTok.
It was so bad.
Part in the Rusical, I was like, what are you doing? This is bad. You look bad. The outfit's bad. The hair is bad. It just was a bad time at the Rusical, and I think Elliot should have left there.
I thought that Olivia could have left there. Her outfit was horrible. She had deodorant stains or sweat bits all over her outfit. And who brings sweatpants and a gray sweatshirt to Drag Race? Like, was that her night clothes? Because that was the worst outfit. It was terrible.
There was a fully like a
good, but that episode really steamed my clams because I am a Tina Burner fan, and they did her wrong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know Tina Burner is not the most popular queen on the show. Oh, 100%. If you go to New York City, she's like one of the big queens there. But on the show, they did her so dirty. Exactly. I felt like it was
fairly accurately.
Oh,
I was gonna say, I was like, I feel like they depicted her pretty well.
Yeah, actually, really well. Because let me tell you, I have some Tina Burner stories that could get her disqualified. But okay, work.
Oh shit! Sherry Pie Part 2.
Ooh, not that bad, but I'll say she's not unproblematic.
Yeah.
I honestly,
I'm not gonna. She still books people in New York City, so I'm not gonna tell those stories for free. But
wasn't she on a Fuse show? I remember watching her on a Fuse show. Wasn't she on some show?
Yeah, she was on Shade Queens NYC with Britta Filter and a whole bunch of New York City queens. But I'm trying to think if there's any other Drag Race girls besides her and Britta.
I don't think so, but that's how I knew who Tina Burner was.
Yes.
And I remember being like, "You're all right."
I mean, she's been nothing but lovely to me. How about that?
What about that?
Well, before the lawyers get involved.
That's why I'm not going to give any. I'm not allegedly.
I will say that, like, I was not the hugest Tina Burner fan on the show. But I agreed with Kels that I felt like in that episode, they kind of just like threw her to the wolves a little bit because of that last like minute thing. And I also didn't feel like her commercial was the worst during the soda episode. But I felt like she was kind of in the same corner of Sugarcane in season 11, where I don't think they saw her as a contender for the crown and they didn't see her as being like a fan favorite. So they kind of just like, she did average. Let's put her in the bottom.
I also think they know who's like regionally famous, right? And Tina Burner arguably is regionally famous. So why would you not send her out earlier, bring her back for an all-star season where you know that she's going to come back with better stuff and have that region still being very supportive of her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
So you kind of think they keep smaller queens or queens from smaller towns around?
Oh, I think they keep them around a lot longer to try to be like, there's drag everywhere. And it's like, okay. And then they bring back the like bigger city girls for All Stars. And then they,
But also,
theories, Kels, I'm on your page.
I'm going to have to think about that.
But also when you think about it, when they take a lesser known queen or someone from a smaller area, they can make them like their own. Because at the end of the day, they're trying to build stars that they can make money off of. Because World of Wonder is their agents after the show is over.
Right.
So like Heidi and Closet from such a small town, like relatively unknown. Now she's like a Drag Race girl, and all of her shows, they're going to be the agents and collecting their 10%, or I think it's 50% actually. So, but I think Robin is 100% correct.
Yeah, I think they keep people from larger cities around to do All Stars later. Or people they think are going to have a lot of clout to go to All Stars later to make people watch it. Like,
yeah, I agree with you.
Just a thought.
I think we should talk about that more later because I need to think.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to go through my head and be like, I guess, you're right.
Yeah, if you think about it, though, there are like certain people who like don't do as well, and you're kind of like, well, how did you not do better? Like, why are you not getting recognized? And then they come back for an All Stars like 2 or 3 years later. Sometimes the year right after. Look at Aja and Valentina, because Valentina was supposed to be on All Stars 3. Like they turn around and put them right on All Stars because they know that they're gonna get the notice and the attention that they need.
Yeah. I actually wanted to ask Elise a question because you are a New York City queen.
Yes.
What is this Rosé and Tina Burner drama? Because we were severely robbed of hearing anything about that throughout the season.
There isn't any. They just don't know each other. Like they're not friends.
That was
like it's weird. Like there's hundreds and hundreds of New York City drag queens that are consistently like working too. Like there's so many queens. I'm like, yeah, I know her from Instagram. She lives 3 blocks away, but we never met. Like, but I know her from Instagram. We're Instagram friends. But I guess I don't know. Maybe they just like I don't think their personalities mesh well. Tina's very likes to be in charge. What she says goes. And Rosé isn't someone that really deals with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, I don't know. I don't really think there was like that much drama. I just don't think they were ever friends. Because it's kind of clicky. You have your little groups in New York. Like, the Tina Burner, like the not older queens, like the more older established queens kind of have their own thing, hard to break into. And then you have Stephanie's Child and all their little Hell's Kitchen gays. That are also another little group over here. But you know what? I'm Team Laguna. If you know Laguna Blue from Stephanie's Child, she's the one that could have won, actually. So I can't.
Well, hopefully it happens soon.
14. Yeah.
Probably not, but maybe 15.
Yeah, maybe so.
Maybe 50. I don't know.
Did y'all see them on America's Got Talent?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The way that they were treated, I just did not like it. Like, I don't know. I feel like when drag queens go on America's Got Talent, they get like severely underrated and underappreciated. Like, there was a video of Kennedy Davenport on America's Got Talent. And she like went on, did these kicks, these flips. She like did a fucking flip off the stage into a split. And the judges just looked at them blank faced.
Oh.
Here's the thing. Simon Cowell's a douchebag. Like, we all knew that before the show. Like, Simon Cowell's an asshole. So, like, I would never want to go on a show knowing that he's going to judge me, because 9 out of 10 times he's going to say it's garbage.
Yeah. Just for fun.
Yeah.
And then what they did to Tyra Sanchez, they apparently emailed her.
Talent?
Well, no, she was supposed to, though. So they emailed her telling her, oh, it'd be so fun if you came on and like you were just in drag and like with Tyra Sanchez. But her intention was she thought she was going to be auditioning. But then slowly it turned to, it was she thought she was going to make a guest appearance, not audition, and just be like dressed as Tyra Banks, because that's when Tyra Banks started being a host there. But slowly they changed it to, oh, now you're auditioning for the show. Which
absolutely.
She wasn't there for.
That's gross.
No.
Those are like those people who are like, oh, you're my friend that does drag. You want to come do this thing for free? It's like, no, ma'am. No, I don't.
I'll do it for $200. Thank you so
I'll
much.
do it for money.
Nah, it's fucked up. And I hope that, and I'm happy, I'm hoping that as the years progress, people really start to, I feel like people already have, but mainstream people legitimize drag like more and stop looking at it as a joke, because it's not a fucking joke. Y'all are fierce performers. Shit. Like, and y'all deserve the credit.
Oh, thanks. It is kind of a joke, though.
Yeah, you have to kind of laugh at yourself when you do drag. Like, the amount of jokes I make that are at my own expense, that you have to do that.
Oh, yeah.
T. Yeah, and then I guess besides that, there isn't really much to talk about with the season. I guess the next biggest part would be the makeover challenge. How do you guys feel about people getting judged in pairs?
I can't figure out how they were judging it. Like, did they judge based on how, like, if I looked like this and someone made me look like this, and would I be in the bottom because they made me look like that? That's what it felt like they were judging them on.
It felt like there were so many different criteria. It felt
people
like
kept saying Rosé was supposed to be in the bottom, but Tina looked the best she's ever looked.
Yeah.
So Tina should have been the bottom.
Yeah, Tina should have been in the bottom.
Yeah.
Like, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think Olivia should have been in the bottom, and I think
I agree that was the bottom too. But.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I don't think that Rosé looked bad. I couldn't even say it with a straight face.
Don't lie, Cal.
I tried. I don't know. Maybe they should have made them as pairs battle or something, because like I really didn't think that was the worst possible outcome was Denali going home. Like I guess I wouldn't have minded Tina and Olivia battling, but that's the only option that would have made sense for me.
Yeah, that's what I thought should have happened.
This is what when I think they should have done the lip sync battles, because if they put them in pairs for the makeovers and then had them lip sync against each other as pairs, then they could send home whoever they kind of wanted to at that point.
Fine. Yes.
Yeah. Make them do it there.
Yes.
Are you listening, Drag Race producers? I just gave you a hot idea.
Thank you.
Are you there?
Yes.
That is a really good idea. And then Simone and Utica, because they won the challenge, could have been the only ones safe from having to do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a
Fair
good idea.
enough.
There you go.
There
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
I love that plan. Rewrite the whole season, refilm,
Absolutely. Starting
reshoot,
at that
start the
episode.
cameras.
It could be like a 2-episode arc too. Like, they could,
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
If they want to stretch that out, they can make that 2 different episodes too.
Oh.
And then they'd have the same amount of time. We were here the whole time anyway. There we go.
Mhm.
Yes.
I'm fine with that. I think that you guys are right. The bottom 2 clearly should have been Tina and Olivia because they were the worst ones to make over. Like that was the assignment. The assignment was take your drag and put it on your partner, and they were the least successful.
Yeah.
But I understood why Olivia and Denali were at the bottom, because if you're judging it in pairs, then they were the worst pair. Because Rose did a better job on Tina.
I mean, Rose and Tina both look scary, right? As each other's
Yeah.
makeup. Do we all agree? Like Rose Burner scared me for weeks. Like
Yeah.
that was not. Rose Burner scared me for weeks. And Tina with a little accent over the A killed my dreams. Like
Accent over the A.
They both just looked weird.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I can't handle this.
I mean, that is kind of a shady challenge, though. Now that I think about it, because there's so many queens that just paint their face,
Right.
and you can't put your face on someone else. Like now, like at least I like carve out in a different. This is not what my boy face looks like. You would not recognize me.
Yeah.
So at least you can like. I could put this on someone else because like doesn't matter how big your brow bone is, what your cheekbones look like. But yeah, it's hard for girls that are just like naturally pretty and can like.
Thank you.
A little bit on, then boom.
Thank you.
she said thank you. She's like, I know.
I know, Kels, you're gonna be screwed when you get into that makeover challenge.
You're gonna win, Kels.
I think that with Rose and Tina, I also think that they were having flashbacks to last season because they said that Tina had been doing this housewife outfit all season and she hadn't. That was Sherry Pie. So they were having flashbacks and they took it out on Tina.
That's true. Tina really didn't do a housewife thing a lot of the time, except for that commercial.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I just think that I think that Tina should have waited a season because the wound was still fresh from Sherry Pie. She was still fresh in our minds. And when I saw Tina, I was just thinking Sherry Pie.
Really? You did too?
I did.
I thought that.
I mean, it's hard. It's a campy New York City queen that has a big personality.
They have the same designer, right? Their main designer is the same person as far as their outfits.
See,
Florence,
so there it is. That right there. Yeah, you're right. Maybe she should have waited one other season because I really enjoyed Tina Burner a lot, but I feel like she was in that gross shadow that was left there.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that she bared them. She took the cut.
Yeah, but you know what? Getting on Drag Race, I know that everyone hates saying it, but like getting on Drag Race is a win in itself. Like your booking fee goes up to like a minimum $1,000.
Yeah, you make a lot of money. Yeah,
like just for showing up. Like I couldn't even get paid at a bar
$50 gigs
because Olivia had a Drag Race viewing party there. Use all their money for her. Get into it.
Get into it.
I know, yes, bars, please treat your local queens the same as you treat the Drag Race girls. Usually the local queens are more talented and will put more effort into their performance. Thank you so much.
And also working harder and not paying a designer to do everything.
That's true.
Yes. I pay Amazon like everyone else.
Exactly.
I was watching a video on Queen's budgets for the seasons, and like, would you believe that like Jada Essence Hall only spent like maybe $1,000 that whole season, and it was on raw materials because she makes all of her own drag. Like to me, clap, 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 clap. Right. And then Evie Oddly was in the same boat. Like most of the queens that actually win the show or are very successful, they don't spend that much money when they go on, you know, and it just shows how talented they are. So.
But it's hard because they want you to look not regional, and then they also like when you make your own stuff. So if you're not creative and a seamstress, then you're in a struggle, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember one time Cameron and I think it was Cracker were talking about the fact that they spent more than they did on college.
Yeah, Cracker took out a bunch of loans to go on the show. Yeah.
That is stressful. Like, what do they want? Do they want people to come in looking polished and $1 million, or do they want people that maybe aren't completely formalized in their look? I don't know what they want.
I think it depends who you are as a queen.
Yeah.
Like, do you present yourself as a glamorous fashion queen? Then you better have all your T's crossed and your I's dotted. But if you're like, oh no, I came in as like a booger queen. Like, I'm just here for fun. I'm here to show personality. Then you can get away with anything.
Yeah, but then it goes to, like, I don't know if we watched UK, but there's the whole argument with Tia Coffee about her looking regional. Why she never presented as anything other than what she showed them the whole time. And they expected her to be at this level that's like, okay, but no, we are regional. Like, we are all from a region and came here with our little suitcase full of shit and are showing it to you. Like, I feel like,
I think with T, it's more of a styling choice. More maybe just like she could have like put the same amount of money into just something else, and it would have been better. I think it was just
maybe H&M.
But I'm such a huge Tia Coffee fan, also. So like, it hurts me to say anything bad about her.
I love Tia Coffee.
Yeah,
I think that Drag Race 13 airing the same time as UK2 was just a really bad choice because UK2 just like completely outsold 13.
100%.
Yeah.
Benny is robbed.
I think it felt like there was a lot of parallels in like what the story was doing, but I don't know if that's just because Drag Race has such a formula, or if it just felt similar. I don't know. I just felt.
Well, think about it. Like the last couple of seasons, the top 4 has relatively been the same. You have the polished queen, like who not necessarily a pageant queen, but someone that's like always like bringing
Brooklyn.
the fashion. Yeah. I would say Jada falls into that boat because she's always polished. And then I feel like this season it would have been like Rose. Yeah. And then you have the lip sync assassin, the one that like does all the lip syncs and brings the drama. Like I would say this season was Candy. And then I wouldn't say she's a lip sync assassin, but Silky was kind of there for the drama too. And then from 12, I think the drama would have been Sherry Pie, but then Sherry Pie got completely cut out the picture.
I do think there's a huge chunk of that season we're never going to actually see, which is like disappointing because I do think there was a feud somewhere between Sherry and another person. I think there was drama.
It was Jackie Cox.
Really?
Oh,
yeah. Those two hate each other. Like Jackie has been very open about it. Like even before all the Sherry Pie stuff came out, it was those two that were feuding.
Love
that. So
do
you think that's why they kept her that episode over
Widow? Absolutely.
Oh,
that?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Probably. I see that 100%.
I think that's why
that feels better.
Yeah. Exactly. And when you look at Sherry Pie too, they low-key were rigging for Sherry Pie to stay in the game.
100%.
Yeah. Like she got wins that she had no business winning. She was in the top for shit. Like how about that episode where she went over the time limit for the performance? Like
stand up for the roast,
and they let her continue. Like
here's the thing, I do wonder if we would have gotten that edit of her wasting all that time had her like she not been disqualified. I think they would have just shown it to us that she was like normal, and they would have just said like, oh, you kind of went on too long, but you're fine.
I think so too. Yeah. It's just interesting to see.
It's interesting to see how involved the story producers get in making things happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, do you two ever plan on going on Drag Race?
Yeah. If you know what, if they call me, I would love to go. I have not auditioned yet, but that's because we just talked about how much money it takes, even just to audition.
The audition tape is that I auditioned once. I don't, and then soon after have realized that that's not really what I want to do. It's just I don't think it's for me. Like I enjoy having so much fun with drag, and I feel like Drag Race puts a pressure that kind of makes it not that much fun anymore for yourself. So I like don't want to put myself in that bubble. But making the tape, it's like it takes a long time. It's also like 45 minutes long. Like it is like the longest audition tape you will ever make. Putting things together for it, like they give you like 3 weeks to put everything together and then send it this 45-minute long saga that half the time they watch 2 minutes of and decide they hate you and turn off. So like
it has to be a 45-minute video.
So you need like a lip sync. Like you need a lip sync. You're supposed to answer questions about yourself. There's like 100 questions about yourself. You're supposed to answer in 5 minutes. Yeah. They want half of it out of drag, half of it in drag. You have to have 6 different performance numbers. I think one of them to a RuPaul song. You need like 3 different Snatch Game characters. When I tried out, you had to have an acting scene. Like It's literally a like movie that you send them, and then they're like, "Oh, let me turn this off. We don't like her."
But then they still, and this is how I know there are filler queens are a thing, is because you do all of that, and then they still cast people that aren't great at acting challenges or aren't great at Snatch Game or aren't great at things. So I'm like,
what happened to just sending in and hi, I'm Rosé. I'm from New York. I do this. I do that. Bam. Like what?
It's really funny because Jujubee's tape is online.
Yeah.
And if you watch it, it's 3 minutes of Jujubee just sitting in a closet being like, so this is my drag. This is who I am. This is where I'm from. Here's a video of me in drag. Here's a lip sync performance. Bye. See you later. Hope you picked me. And I'm like, wow, I would like to do that.
I thought that's what it was. I knew that you had to lip sync a RuPaul song because when DeMonica auditioned, she tried illegally using the song like just off of YouTube, and then RuPaul would actually come up and be like, "Nah, girl, you need to go buy it on iTunes." Like
what?
She had like some robot thing implemented in the video that like I don't know what the word is. It's RuPaul a watermark.
Is watching us all the time.
That would be hilarious to put in your audition video.
Like,
it's so funny. Like when she told me, and she showed me a video of it, but this was for like season 6, so this is like so long ago. I don't know if they still do it, but it was like, nah, girl, you need to go buy it on iTunes.
Oh, that's really funny.
I mean, RuPaul's here for the money, and I mean, I can't hate, but I always thought that was hilarious. Like,
oh yeah,
you put a watermark on the YouTube video for the song, like,
it's kind of genius if you think about it. Like, what a way! Like,
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that who won should have won?
Yeah. Oh, Simone.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Who else was in your top that you think even consider that might win?
It's an unpopular opinion that I'm going to say.
I'm ready.
Rosé. I 100% fully wanted Rosé and Simone in the top 2. It took me a while to get there. Rosé came in and I was like, I don't like you. Like, you're annoying as shit. Like, you think you're too good. I don't like it. And then halfway through, I was like, there's just something about you that I just really like. And then it just kept growing. And then I was like, okay, you're the only person I can like envision beating Simone and being okay with it. Like the other two, I was like, y'all better not take Simone's win. But Rosé, I was like, okay, I would admit.
Yeah, Rosé. I think when I was looking at the top 4, I like at the first finale, like when they were still in California, I was looking at it and like I was thinking like, wow, okay, like I still was Team Simone. I want Simone to win, but like looking at like what they did over the whole season, like if you really want someone that's good at this and this and that's good at everything,
right?
That's Rosé.
Yeah,
Simone is amazing at a bunch of things, but then there's this still little pocket that she's not great at. But so it's almost like what's the saying, jack of all trades but master of none, something like that. So I think it just depends would you want someone that's really good at everything or someone that's amazing at a lot of things and then can drop the ball a couple times.
I think Michelle said it. Oh, go ahead, Robin.
Well, I was going to go into how I think Rosé flopped the lip sync in the finale, but I feel like you have something that came before that. Yeah,
she even started off with, "I hurt my ankle." I was like,
please.
Are you
I have you up to lose, Gorge? Like, the second I was like, you sprained your ankle. You knew, like, the ankle went.
You know what? Yeah, she sprained her ankle. That's called I have a really ugly cat suit underneath this that I'm about to reveal into.
And it was the ugliest outfit I have ever seen her in my life. I was like, what are you wearing? That wig is bad. The look was bad on top, and the look underneath was bad. And it looked like she had fuzzy skin. I wasn't here for it. I was like, I don't like it.
She's not a good lip syncer. At least not.
No, she's not.
Not on the show.
She's a live singer. She's a live singer.
Yeah. Most of whenever I've seen her like at a bar, I maybe have only seen her lip sync maybe 1 or 2 numbers total. Like she usually just sings live or hosts or tells jokes or.
I mean, and her voice is beautiful.
Oh yeah, she's amazing.
One of the best singers that have been on the show.
I've also never seen her host by herself. I was talking about this with someone else recently, and we're like, wait, I've never just seen a Rosé show. It's always Rosé and Laguna or Rosé and these people or Rosé. Like I've never seen her like by herself carry a room. And I'm interested to see how if that translated through Drag Race. And I think it might have.
Yeah. I think that what really held Rosé back from winning, and I think the reason why no one was really considering her as a contender to win was because she had no story. Like when you really
Right.
look at her scope of the season, she kind of was just there. She kind of was just like I'm the polished, great, amazing queen that is never in the bottom. I'm always going to kill it at these challenges. But it's like for this competition, it shouldn't weigh into it, but it does. Like your personality, your story, like we didn't get to know her. And that's why no one was really like rooting for her, even though she has one of the best track records in the history of Drag Race. Like it's Bianca Del Rio level. Like, and I think someone even compared her to Bianca. Didn't like Michelle say that she's like Bianca?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. But I actually agree with Robin that I felt like if Rosé had won, I couldn't be mad about it because she did a really good job all season.
Yeah, I thought they might try that just because I didn't know how open the world would be to having so many POC queens in a row. That was my fear. So I was like clutching my pearls. I was like, are they gonna like, because like once again, I'm real big on conspiracies. So I was like, I don't think that they would do that. But then they did, and I was like,
yeah,
you know, maybe the world is changing, you know, I don't know. I was really surprised, but in a good way, because for the very first episode, Simone was the front runner.
Oh yeah.
And I even think that they made her lip sync a couple times because they
knew.
Yeah.
She just was the finale, like in her finale looks, one after the other were just so good.
Oh yeah.
And they were talking about these finale looks.
Yeah, can we talk about them?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I actually think that these were like some of the best looks
100%
on the show. So hold on, let me get my screen share up.
Ooh.
Are you doing it one at a time?
Oh. Inception.
Oh, I see.
I
we
see.
We're
inside of the game. Oh my gosh.
All right,
this
was amazing.
Oh yeah. I instantly got the reference because I'm a huge horror movie fan. This is Pinhead from Hellraiser, and she did an amazing job with this. So, what do y'all think about this first look from Gottmik?
Amazing.
Oh, this iconic. I will say for a second, I thought that was like an old GameCube that she spray painted gold, and I was almost more obsessed with it than I was, but it's still great. It's still flawless.
It's such a good reference. It's such a good, and it hasn't been done on the show.
Yeah, no, it hasn't.
No.
And
this was everything.
I love the details. Like she has everything, and like I think these are little diamonds up here. It's not the best quality. Let me see if I can raise the quality.
I do say I wish her hands were white. That's the only thing.
Okay.
The only thing, and I only noticed it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Latex glove. Ooh,
a latex glove would have been very, very nice.
That would have been good.
But also, this was like they had to do 3 looks that day, so I'm not gonna.
No.
Just such a good reference and such a drag version of the reference. That's what I really like about it is like the whole outfit from head to toe is a drag version of Pinhead. It's just so good.
Yeah. I really enjoyed this, and like I think it might have just been the horror movie geek in me that just really enjoyed it too, but it just is stunning, and I agree with you. This is the drag version of Pinhead, and the diamonds and all that shit, like instead of the pins like on top, like it just blew me the fuck away.
Oh yeah,
she's really sticking it to the competition.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be using some puns.
Like, look at this.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's just so intricate and so thought out.
And well done, like well executed.
Yeah.
Did she have a chance to win?
Here's the thing. I think Gottmik had a chance to win. I think Gottmik is not a lip syncer. Right. Period. Point blank. Gottmik is a gorgeous makeup artist, a great drag queen conceptually and visually. I think performance-wise, it ain't for me, Gorge.
No.
Yeah. I think this season I've noticed paralleled season 9 almost exactly.
Yeah.
Where like the queens, like you have Candy and Peppermint who had 1 win for the roast challenge, but were the lip sync assassin and then went on to beat someone in lip sync.
Yeah.
And I think and it actually kind of played out like that, like Rosé versus Candy.
Yeah.
With Peppermint beating Trinity, and then Mick versus Simone, but this time there were no no rose petals.
Yeah.
Simone, because I think if you know the story of like the season 9 finale, Shea was like in a really bad place mentally, and like didn't bow out necessarily, but like didn't do as much as she wanted to do because of family things. But
I'm not a fan of the format for Final Four because it feels like you're kind of disregarding everything that's come up to that point. I don't like it. What I would like better is if you want to have the lip syncs at the end, kind of do what they did last season where it's a top 3, each person gets to lip sync, and then whoever does the best moves on to the final lip sync for the final 2, and then you crown the winner.
I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, I would like for them to take it out after I go on the show. Because that's the one way to the crown I ever see for myself is actually just getting to be bitches in a lip sync. Huh?
I said you can lip sync the house down boots.
I sure can, baby. That's my thing. That's my shtick.
Wow.
We might need to have a segment on the show then of you lip syncing.
Yes.
At least load up all those digital drag videos you've probably practiced.
I got a shit ton of digital drag videos. Do a show every Monday night. I also just gonna plug myself real quick. I do host a org mini called Lip Sync Assassin. Which season 2 is going to be this Friday night at 7 p.m. So tune on in. If you need your weekly drag filling from since Drag Race is over.
We'll talk. Maybe we might make a lip sync a segment on the show. I think that might be
what
fun.
a moment.
So I guess wrapping up Gottmik, I actually think Gottmik could have won, but not against Simone. I think what needed to happen was she needed to be up against Rosé, and I think she could have beaten Rosé in a lip sync. And then I don't think the final 2 lip sync really matters, to be honest with you. I don't think they ever really.
I think at that point they know who's gonna win.
Yeah. So it's like no matter what you do, like I felt like Peppermint won the lip sync against Sasha in season 9.
Yeah.
And I also felt like Kennedy won it against Trixie. It's just I don't think they care at that point. So I think Mick could have won if she was in the final 2 with Simone. But I was happy Simone won because we could talk about how I felt like Mick was favored in the season, but anyway.
I think Mick was very favored this season. 100%. There were multiple times that I was like, you don't need to tell me Mick is a good drag queen. Like, I see Mick as a good drag queen. You don't need to give her this win. Like, I know that she's good. You need to stop overplaying it, overselling it.
Yeah. So the next look was Candy Muse. And I love this.
The hair for me is everything.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is the best she looked all season.
Yes.
Agreed.
Like, this is the one.
Yeah, I like what the message and
the message,
Yeah. I wish that she would have worn this for the Final Four because I remember she said, "Oh, I don't really do gowns because I want to keep it more bangy." And I felt like this was like kind of it was a gown, but it wasn't modest. You know, it like showed the sexy side.
Here's the thing: I have a hard time calling this a gown. I think it's a dress with a train. Yeah. I don't see this as a gown. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's beautiful. I think the message is great. The hair is gorgeous. It fits her so well. I have a hard time calling it a gown. It's like a short dress with a train.
Yeah. What's your? I've heard the rule to call it a gown is 3/4 of it has to touch the floor.
Okay.
I would not say that 3/4 of this touches the floor.
Oh no, that's why I don't think it's a gown either.
Yeah. Work. Okay. Yeah. I was like. Ooh.
Mike, we're just fighting about math all of a sudden.
Yeah, I was like, we're fighting about the
tape measures.
Yes, welcome to Math Queens. That is our new show.
Math Queens. I know a couple of those.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, this is absolutely stunning, and I love the message behind it, and she brought it in like so great, like the way that she incorporated the BLM. Like having the B be this like thing on the side, and then having the M be the hemline for the dress.
I didn't even notice until right now that was part of it. I think that's very well done. Then, like that means it's like actually like artistic and
and
subtle, and not just like here's words.
I think I have a big thing with text on like dresses and drag garments because like sometimes it's so blatant. It's like, okay, well, we get it. This you see the message, but it's like, and you're thinking about it, but it's also like just a stunning garment and incorporated so well into the outfit. It's just, it works. It works so well.
Yeah. Fashion is universal, and what's great about this is that for us who understand it, we get it, and we can see the message and we appreciate it. But then for everyone that may not understand it, because they might not be English speaking and they might not know what BLM is, it's a beautiful garment.
Mhm.
And that's what makes it so fantastic. I really, really liked this look. And then the hair too, like that whole moment right here, the bang.
Oh yeah, the bang is kind of like spread out a little bit.
Yeah, the bang is
Yeah.
it's like spiraled and spread.
Mhm.
It's I was looking at the wig designer earlier because I was like,
Who did this one? I want to know.
let me see if I have it still open on Instagram.
Because I really do love this look.
Because I've loved watching like these little videos of like hair artists who actually who they like make up people for weddings and for award shows, and it gave me very that with this like that whole thing, like, and it's not easy to do. Like whoever did that was very talented.
It's the same person, Double D Wigs. It's the same person who did the wig she wore with the backpack dress.
Oh,
With the little
yeah.
barrettes in it.
With the barrettes
and
and
Olivia
the
wore the same wig, but
they sure did.
Yeah.
There were a
I
lot
was
of
so
repeats.
confused about that. I was like, did Olivia wear her wig or did she wear Olivia's wig? I was so confused.
Yeah. I was curious too, or maybe did they bring the same wig?
I think
That's
they
fine.
brought
Apparently it
the
was two
same
different
wig.
wigs.
I
Two
heard they
different
brought
wig
the same
stylists,
wig.
two different
Yeah.
wigs.
Because Olivia's is a little smaller.
Yeah.
Um,
That's just a funny coincidence.
Yeah.
But I liked both of the hair. I liked the hair. Okay.
Yes.
And then here's Rose.
This is so good.
I really like the bows, and I think it fits her so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Fair Lady.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say My
It's
Fair
literally
Lady.
was like My Fair Lady. I'm like, bitch, you did that. Like, because she is like a huge musical theater queen.
Yes.
So like,
Yeah.
Right.
seeing this like at like the highest level is just like the moment.
The little umbrella is so camp. It's just
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
Because there has been a few My Fair Lady inspired looks on Drag Race now, and I think
Yeah.
this is the best so far.
yes.
Yeah. There was Sugar Cane when she
Mhm.
did the face caney.
Mhm.
And then I'm trying to think if there was
And
another
then
one.
Crystal kind of did one on Drag Race UK
Yeah.
that looked like sugar canes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though they were filmed about the same time, so it just was another coincidence.
Yes.
This is fantastic. I thought this was a really good job.
Another good example of Rosé's always put together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're never gonna see her not looking flawless. Okay, and then talking about flawless, we have Simone's look, where
This is
Simone
it.
Simone is just so creative and genius, where she takes something, and then she makes it like elegant and elevated, and she took a bandana and made it into a full fucking gown.
Mhm.
Like,
There's bandana, there's fur, there's I don't even know what
Yeah.
that middle part is, but like I'm a bandana queen. Like
Yeah.
if you go through
Yeah.
my shit, I have bandanas in most of my looks. Like some
Really?
yeah,
yeah.
Look at Elise stuff, honey.
And
Yes.
like it's just one of those things where I'm like, when she came out in a gown, like a gown,
yeah.
like this is I don't know. I have nothing. I have no notes. This is it. This is
This
I
is-
think my
yeah.
favorite look of the season. Well,
Yeah.
no, this is tied with Nick's coming up look later. Those are the two
Yeah.
of the season for me.
I loved that this had all of the volume going out horizontally,
Mm-hmm.
like, and not this way, like, because it gives such a cool effect, like
Mhm.
just having it go out like that. And then the hair is also just
It
flat.
creates a 2D perspective
Yeah.
on stage in such a good way. It's
Yeah.
just
Mhm.
such a good look.
Yeah, for a runway where you know you're not going to be turning to the side, like it's not the T
Yes.
runway, it's just the front and back runway. There was some thought into it.
Like, look at the
Yeah,
hair.
there's just so many levels.
It's it. That's
It's
it.
just really, really fantastic. And I love
When she
it.
came out in this, I was like, there's no way she's not winning.
I
Yeah.
said the same thing.
There's no
Yeah.
I
way.
said, yeah.
Everyone else kind of had a shot, but not after this.
No.
Yeah.
How did we feel about the drive-in finale?
I liked
before we
it.
move into this
I liked
look?
Yeah.
it.
You liked
was
it,
for
yeah.
the people. Yeah,
I
it was
didn't
for the
hate it.
people, you know.
Yeah. Who knows if they actually even saw these looks? Like,
Yeah,
might have
that's
been
the thing. I'm like,
clapping.
were
They
people
just
really
clapping
watching
enough.
this, or were they like, park in this parking lot? Let me
Because
just.
Jada was out
Could
in
you
the parking
imagine?
lot, and then she was into Crown on, and I don't think that was the same night.
Right. No,
Like,
it
could
was
you
for-
imagine if they
They
if they were
just
just
filmed
looking
all
at
those
nothing?
drive-in drag shows. They just filmed the audience with all these signs and edited them in. It's not. They're not even watching anything.
That is
I mean,
hilarious.
It was fun. I did enjoy just seeing people clapping and yelling. I don't
Yeah.
know why. Like to my brain, that made me enjoy it. But They got me, y'all. They tricked me.
There's so many shows in the last year that edited their audiences in. It was refreshing to like see if it was real reaction.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next theme was red all over, and I thought it was I really liked these two themes because it's like the obituary, black and white and red all over. So I really I liked the idea. So next was Got Mick, and here's an example of text on an outfit. What did you guys think of this little jumpsuit moment with Got Mick?
I like the shape, and I like that designer because I've seen other stuff that they've done, and I really liked it. So I thought she looked great.
Yeah, the shape is great. The design is great. It is fully stoned once you get in closer. Like, it's so sparkly. Yeah, the only thing for me is just, like, the text wasn't the moment. It didn't throw me off as much, but, like, I can't read it easily also. So it's, like, one of those things like, wait, what if, like, trying to get a good look at it.
Yeah, like, it kind of bothers me just trying to figure it out. Like, I don't like that. I just want to enjoy the outfit. But it is very beautiful. It actually, who does it remind me of? I forgot the name of the artist, but he used to make these like little dog figures.
Yes. Yeah. I know who you're talking about. I don't remember the guy's name, but I thought the same thing immediately.
Yeah, that's what it's giving me. I think I have like a shirt with like his art on it somewhere, like in my pile I have over there. But yeah, this was pretty. All right, next was Candy Muse, and this was like the epitome of Candy Muse. I felt it's very bandy, but very like bling too. Like I really enjoyed this.
It's a teeny tiny bit OTR, but it's I mean, it's still. I love that she went there and the ponytail, and she stayed in her lane, which is like this is what she does. But I mean, it's a little bit. The mall, you know, but she looks great. She looks great. She looks gorgeous.
Yeah,
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
The thing that I did like is this wig is a Wigs by Atlas, and Atlas is a Boston-based wig designer who I'm really good friends with. And this is a Wigs by Atlas braid. It's what she's known for. I was really happy to see this in the finale, but the rest of the look I didn't like it. Honestly, the red theme wasn't it for me. I didn't really like a lot of the red theme looks out of the three categories. I think the red was the one that I felt they could have amped up a lot more. Yeah. And this was the prime example of that. Yeah.
It was the cheap look.
Yep. Yeah. It was the one that she was like, I need a red look.
Yeah. And the thing was, I don't think it was cheap. I think this was very expensive.
Oh, I think it was very expensive. I just
that's the problem is she paid probably a lot of money for this, and it just wasn't. I just don't think it. I mean, maybe it served the assignment, but for me, it's still in my brain like this is the finale.
Yeah,
like, this is the finale. Like
I felt like this could have been for like the Red for Filth runway.
The show on Drag Race. Yeah, but not on the finale when you had all this time to know you're in the top 4.
Right.
Yeah,
and you got all your gigs. I've seen you at these gigs, Candy. I've seen you making thousands of dollars. So like, I know you. I know you got coin to spend on a better look than that. So that's it.
What were you saying, Kels?
Oh, I was just saying, where's this dress with the 40-foot train? You know, the one.
Oh yeah.
She could have painted that red and wore that since we never got to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it exists. I don't think it exists. No, it does not exist. Because this would have been the perfect time to wear it on the runway. Yeah, but whatever.
I think it's the epitome of Candy Muse. I just think it's basic.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I guess to like go against my own statement, she knew she wasn't winning. She was the one girl that's like, okay, I could maybe get top 2, but I probably am not good. So like maybe she's saving for later, saving her good look for possible All-Stars.
If I'm being honest with you, there was a moment where I thought Candy could win. And I'll just say this, and before we go into Rosé's thing, this is why I felt Candy could win. Drag Race has this thing where they like to go for a gag. They like to have a moment where it's like, oh, damn, I wasn't expecting that. And they had that moment when Sasha won season 9. They had that moment with the double crowning in season 4. And I felt like Evie winning was kind of a gag as well over Brooklyn. And they haven't really had that in recent years. I felt like Candy winning would have been it would have shook Drag Race to the core, and everyone would have been talking about it, just like how they were talking about Bimini not winning UK. So when I saw she was in the top 2, I was like, Candy might win.
I think maybe against Rose or Mick, maybe, but not Simone. Not against
I
Simone.
never saw Candy winning this season. I love her personality. I think she's great. I never once saw a scenario where Candy Muse was going to take the season 13 crown. I must say, I have never lived in that French vanilla fantasy, but
I didn't think Candy had a chance to win.
Yeah.
I thought
Don't get me wrong.
Was great TV and fun to watch, but I didn't think it could win. But the Brooklyn thing, conspiracy theory, they knew Brooklyn wasn't gonna win. They had to make sure Brooklyn made it far because she had already gotten Canada. That's what I think.
Oh,
they needed Brooklyn to be liked enough to then backdoor pilot Canada.
And I think Rosé, I was like, are they about to do Scotland?
Drag Race Scotland.
Is there
that would be good.
With the other girls? I don't know. I told you I'm all about a conspiracy theory.
I don't think they would do Drag Race Scotland on their own though, because Scotland was part of the UK, right?
Oh, that's true.
It is. Yeah. Are they gonna do their own little Scottish tour? Are they gonna
That'd be fun. I can see Rosé, Lawrence, and Ellie going on tour.
Oh, that would be cute. I would be into that. I'd watch it.
I would see that. That would be great.
That would be good.
I want to watch the behind the scenes of the bus. I would want to watch.
That'd be such a good Kiki with them.
Those three. That's a weird mix. Yeah.
I love Scottish people.
I loved the moment in the Rosé interview with RuPaul in the finale when RuPaul was like, "Teach me how to say something in a Scottish accent. I can only say Lawrence Chaney." And she responded with Ellie Diamond. I was like, done. That's so good.
Especially because Ellie's like, "Why don't you ever say my name in a Scottish accent, Ru?"
Yeah.
Rosé is just so quick, and I think that's what is so smart and beneficial to her as a performer. Is she's just so fast.
Yeah. Sometimes her jokes are almost too layered. They're almost too much of a specific reference where if you don't get it right away, you're just not going to get it.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that was my thoughts on Candy. Don't get me wrong. I didn't think Candy should have won. I didn't think so. But when I saw her in that top 2, I was just like, I don't trust Drag Race. And I was like, I could see them crowning her. It just would. I don't know what it was. I think I was just having flashbacks of Trixie winning season 3 of All Stars 3. I mean, season 3 of All Stars. So, but I was happy that Simone won. But that was just a little thought I had in my head.
But Lawrence over Bimini was the setup from the beginning. Before Panorama, they had already knew that Lawrence Chaney was going to win. I once again, my little conspiracy theory. When Lawrence Chaney won the first mini challenge, I was like, oh, she's winning this season.
Yeah.
This is for her. They want to put her in the good light. But I definitely think that Lawrence Chaney shouldn't have won, but they had already put the wheels in motion, I think.
Yeah, pre-pandemic, because Bimini didn't have half the stuff that she ended up bringing back. It was going to be a very different season, I think.
They had more time to prepare than most people have for All Stars.
But I also think every Drag Race season, if we think about season 13, they filmed it in a pandemic. It looked very different. It was a very different season of Drag Race. I think season 14, if they're actually in filming, if they've been actually finished filming for a little while now, if season 14 is going to be filmed in a pandemic, it's going to look very different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Because I think
they did first calls. I believe it was first.
That's what I was about to say. I know calls have gone out. However, people are waiting on their psychiatric reviews. So let's see what happens. I mean, that's just common.
That you just hear that as
Once you're friends with enough queens that audition, they're like, "Oh, hey, I got a call." Or, there's a lot of queens that don't pass their psychological review, and they can't say anything because they have a.
I've known a couple who did not pass the psychological review.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh.
What's the psychological review? Damn.
You have to go into you have to go get tested before you go on any reality show. You have to prove you're not a crazy person or going to kill someone or
kill yourself.
And people don't pass that.
Some people don't. But
especially
that's scary.
Drag queens are depressed creatures, mama. You think we love ourselves to put all this on? No, underneath it all, hate. Hate it.
Rhinestone is a pill you have to take for depression. Yeah.
Oh God.
The sparklier they are, the harder they
represents a time I was sad.
Oh my gosh. Damn.
But yeah, it's it's really it's crazy how long the process is.
Yeah.
And then queens will get a call like 2 weeks before it starts because someone didn't pass their psych review.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh shit, I have to do this now. Like some queens have multiple, like a month to get ready, and some queens have a week to get ready.
Yeah.
So that is something that I don't think people talk about enough. That's like, it's not fair about Drag Race.
Yeah.
But
That's
actually,
just how it
all the
goes.
queens that have to like hurry up and go are the queens that always do what? Like,
That's
I
so
know
true.
that,
Jada.
Jada was Tamisha's replacement, I think.
Jada,
on
yeah.
season 12,
Yeah, she
and
was.
and what's the Bianca Del Rio were replacements.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why she said all her dresses looked the same. Was because she had to like
she made them
one day.
So I got this one pattern.
I got this one pattern and a dream. Here we go.
I have to say, Bianca's like one of like, I feel like people don't talk about her enough like nowadays because like she like one of her like winning numbers like after she had won like that she toured with was making a dress in 3 minutes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. It's
So
so
good.
good.
She sewed a dress while lip syncing on stage.
Yeah.
Like, from scratch.
I've seen that. It's so
It's
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
And the
I'm like,
dress
that's
that she
talent.
makes is good.
Yeah. Like,
And then she just puts it on.
it looks like the rest of her dresses, but she still did that in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay,
I can't even paint my nails in 3
gotta
minutes.
see
Like,
it. Yes,
it's crazy.
that's a good talent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Maybe she'll be on International All Stars and she can do that.
I would.
They're trying to get her for winners right now.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
that's why.
going to try to convince her to do winners.
Yeah.
I heard she don't want to do it.
I don't
doesn't
think she
wanna
would. I
don't think she
would.
would.
Never.
I don't think she needs to. I
would
think she's
never.
like,
She's rich. She doesn't need to go back for more.
no, she doesn't need more money. She's
a
living
millionaire
now. Yeah, she's living her life. Like,
She'll
They need to
put
raise
herself
the
on
money.
Well, also because there's some winners that probably just wouldn't do great.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's what I'm
Violet.
like.
We need to talk
No,
about
I think Violet actually could do really well.
Oh,
Yeah.
you do?
I think she could because she's funnier than you think she is. I think.
Ah.
At least people now, like she's worked on her.
her
weight.
YouTube is funny. I will give it that. I've watched some videos where I'm like, haha, this is funny, but it's funny in that like you're vain and vapid and you're making fun of yourself type of way.
Yeah. But that doesn't always translate to.
I do
yeah,
think there's other winners that would knock Violet out.
Oh yeah, I don't
Oh,
think she would win, but I
My
think she would
friends
do
always
pretty well.
say Raja's going home first. And I
Raja's
say,
gone.
no.
I
Raja's
don't.
out early.
I
not
actually
funny.
don't know.
Her fashion is slipping. I'm sorry.
Her
I've been
fashion is
watching
slipping.
fashion
I'm not going to say
reviews.
that, but
It's
RuPaul
slipping.
worships the ground Raja walks.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Do y'all think Aquaria would do good?
No.
No.
I think she'd
No,
be
Aquaria's a good
fine.
dancer though. She can dance.
I think here's the thing. I think
Yeah.
Aquaria would be a middle out.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it depends on how the season works. Is
Yeah,
it
I think it's
strategy?
how it's
is
framed.
it All Stars voting people out, or is it RuPaul sends you home? Because that's two different winners, I think.
Can we
Yeah.
do a fantasy draft? Can we do a fantasy?
Yeah, that's a whole
winners?
other episode. Gorge.
Yeah, we
That's
can do
a
an
whole
episode of it though.
Yeah,
I would be down for that.
I would
That
be
would
down.
actually be
Winners
fun.
Yeah.
fantasy season.
Yeah,
Do you
Yeah.
have Brand Steele of an
a
all
brand steal.
Okay.
A brand
Yeah.
steal. There is a brand steal for it, so we
Yeah,
can
there
do
is
that.
a brand
Wait, that
steal
would be
for
so
Drag
fun, and
Race.
then we can just like act. We can make up what happened.
Oh yeah, we
Like,
can
how,
make
Yeah.
like, how did Bob and Alaska end up in the bottom two together? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I've low key done that before, like on my own time.
I've done it too. Absolutely, I've done it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've done
Like,
that with my friends and put them in the Drag Race simulator.
I
I
have-
think it's funny.
I have so many Google sheets. Like I've probably done like over 50 or 60 different ones for Big Brother, Survivor, and then Drag Race. And it's just like I gave each character a story arc. Like I did one for like cartoon characters. I did one for people from TV shows. Like it's so much fun to give them little characters on Brand Steel.
I
That would be
wanna
so fun.
do
I would totally do that.
Yeah, I'm down.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we got our next episode.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's finish recapping these looks. The
Oh,
next
yeah.
one was Rosé's red look. What did y'all think of it?
Blech, I hated it.
I don't get it. What's it supposed to be? It's a bodysuit with some spikes. What are we doing?
She said it
here?
was a tree, and I'm like, this is a varicose vein.
What
This
kind of
is
way do you see? Like,
I was rooting for her.
Oh my
I
god.
was rooting for you.
I hated it. It's so I hated it.
Yeah, it just wasn't it.
No.
It looks very expensive.
I don't
Yeah.
think it works for her like head shape. I don't think the headpiece works for her
Yeah.
head shape.
This also I just noticed this is the second look in a row she didn't wear a wig for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think she's meant
yeah.
to wear a wig.
Yeah, she's,
Yeah.
Me too, girl. Like
Yeah,
this
I
is
mean,
the smallest
same.
wig
I
can
got a
wear
very
because
large head.
I have a man face. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I do. But
This reminded me of I don't know if you guys have ever seen The Evil Dead, but in the opening for The Evil Dead, like the concept is like this girl gets possessed when these like roots go up her vagina, really basically.
as you do.
So the opening is like these red roots like crunching into the text, and like that's kind of what it reminded me of, the roots from Evil Dead. And I mean,
okay, see, when it's explained that way, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I see it. I get it.
yeah, I don't think that's what she was thinking.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think
Yeah.
that's what she
But-
had in her brain, and that's why I'm still going to say it's a varicose vein.
Yeah,
No,
like
yes.
I thought this is like maybe the weakest, if like one of the weakest looks of the night.
Yeah, I thought it was above Candy's, but not that much.
Yeah,
The red category in general just really didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
Agreed. But they're all living for it.
Ooh, yeah. However,
And
coming
I
up
like her
next,
walking.
What was this walk too?
Not.
I think it
I
was
did like that hip roll. I did like that. I like that.
Wait, does her like shoe have a train?
yeah. I'm trying to see like
It
what's
doesn't.
happening.
None of this makes sense though. Like that's what I want. Like none of it
Oh.
like cohesively makes sense. Like her head is a different look. Her body is a different look. Her arm, her shoe. Like
Yeah,
I don't
her
think
boobs
it
are too
actually
small
looks
to be with
worse.
The hips.
It looks
Like-
worse with this pose, actually.
yeah, her body looks
Oh.
lumpy.
It look. You know what it looks
Her
like? It
padding
looks
looks lumpy in this in this pose.
Yeah.
It looks like she just gave birth. Like the baby is fresh out and like she's leaving the hospital.
Is
like
she the
that's what it
baby?
looks like.
And she is the baby, mama.
She's
That
the
is-
She's
baby.
the baby.
That thing
Yeah.
wrapping all around her is the umbilical cord,
Oh my
and
gosh.
that is the baby.
Oh my god. Yes, she is the baby. That's what it was meant to be. Oh god. Oh, and then this look. This was a
This
really
one
good look.
though.
The
This
hair
This
was
one.
good.
okay,
The
this
outfit
red look, I will say, did something to me, and it was a good thing.
Yes.
I didn't know that these were
It's
nails the
all
first
nails.
time I
Look at the
saw
wig
it.
too.
I didn't
Show-
know they
show
were
the
nails.
close-up
I
on
saw
the
the
wig.
hands. I thought that was cool. Oh, those were nails.
Yeah, it's like an
all
entire dress
nails.
made out of nails.
She
I
has
did not
toenails
know
on.
that.
That you can tell that. It's very hard
Yeah.
to see that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's nails. She has toenails on. That all that the brown hands and the hair. That's hair. That's brown hair.
Yeah.
In the shape of hands with nails on it.
Oh
Like,
my
it's-
gosh.
Oh no.
Ooh.
It just
Yeah.
this was a good look. I
Yeah.
mean, it was good because of the concept and because of the like. I mean, the silhouette's not all that in a bag of chips, but it's just like the fact that she did all of this and then
It's
the
quintessential
hair-
Simone.
Yeah, it's
Oh
very
yeah, Simone is like she's like what I love about her is she takes things from Black culture and she incorporates it into her drag, and she does it flawlessly
Yeah.
and beautifully. Like I love everything about Simone. Like I just love it. All of her looks are like amazing
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, like this is how you do. I don't even want to say understated, but that's how you do a simpler look. If
Yeah.
you have it fully like conceptual.
But you did. I
Yeah.
couldn't tell what it was, so that's hard to say. Like, I get it
Yeah.
now. Like now, I think it's really
Yeah.
neat. But
Mhm.
on the show, I thought it was fringe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
did too.
I also think that was the point, was like, oh, to make it look like a fringe dress, and then when you get closer, it's
Right.
nails. Yeah. But if you're not reading it as nails, if it's looking like beads or something when you first look at the TV.
I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fun little mini dress.
So then the next category was best drags. This was like
This is the
best
one.
thing.
Yeah,
This
is it. This is your it.
here.
We
Yeah.
need to talk about Got Mixed look. It's a great look, but did y'all hear about the controversy surrounding this look?
No, tell me
No.
everything.
Okay, so apparently this look was ripped off by a fan that drew this. So let me see if I can find that really quick.
Oh.
Oh, I want to see.
Fan
Don't
art.
show your.
I'm like, yeah, girl, you better be safe
know.
with what browsers you got.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
like, we
yeah.
don't need to know your search history, Gorge. What
Oh
are you
yeah,
gonna
don't
show
worry.
us?
I'll be extra safe. Wait, I don't think I can. Oh, it's probably on Twitter. So let me see if I can find it on.
Oh gosh, I'm
on
covering
Twitter.
up.
Oh, now you're gonna expose all of
Oh,
your
no, look,
Twitter?
everybody don't-
Oh, yeah. We keep it.
Oh, I
we
can't
keep
wait.
it 100 here. We show everything.
UPG, good. Okay.
Oh wait,
Oh,
I misspelled steal. But yeah, there was a whole thing about her stealing looks. Oh, where is it?
oh gosh.
It's somewhere.
Keep looking.
Maybe it's in my like section. Hold
Oh,
on.
that's true.
Oh no, this is
Yeah.
gonna get dangerous if you show.
Yeah,
us
this is
all
gonna
your
get
legs.
dangerous.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Oh gosh.
I'm trying to be as careful as I possibly can.
I like
Oh wait,
that. That
you know what? I
art-
do
Oh,
have a
that's
clip of.
so
I do
bad.
have this clip.
That's the clip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They're like,
It's
yes,
so
girl.
funny.
Silence. Look at the hand. The hand just like grazes the thigh.
Oh my
Oh my
god,
god, yes, but
it's so funny. Wait. Oh my gosh. Wait. Am I gonna be able to find it? I'll give it like one
Here's the
more
thing, though.
scroll.
I wouldn't put it past the realm of possibility. I know that was something that Gottmik got accused for during the show. I believe one of her runway looks was also accused of being like taken from someone else.
Oh wow.
Mm. Somewhere. I'll keep looking, but
here's the thing, though: is it stealing if it's a fan drawing of yourself in an outfit that they drew? Like,
no. So it wasn't like a fan drawing of her. Like it was basically this person. Like I think she was a drag queen as well, and she just draws outfits and she draws things on her Instagram. And so somebody just
is that it? No, okay.
So she drew like a design on Instagram that looked very similar to what Gottmik came up
It was like the same thing, basically. I'm trying to find it. I don't know where it is.
I'll have to look into that.
I'm enjoying
the thing. It's a gorgeous look. She looks like an evil villain from a Disney movie. Yeah. It's like a gorgeous. Like, she's giving me like evil queen from Snow White vibes.
Yes, but if the evil queen won.
Yes. Like, yeah, it's the evil queen dominating over whatever kingdom Snow White was in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking for it. Y'all can keep talking. I'm gonna look for it while.
But yeah, no, I think it was one of my favorite looks from the finale in total.
I really loved it too. I thought it was
apparently she had 9-inch pleasers underneath the gown. Like she had 9-inch shoes on.
That's too much.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I mean, I guess it does make sense because you want to be taller and longer.
Yeah, you want to be taller in it. It's probably made to be very long. Like I feel like that would be something I would trip over. Like
I would have been in flats. I would have not been wearing shoes.
No, ma'am.
I'm a 6'2" man. I will walk my ass downstairs. You will not know. If I'm in a gown, I probably don't have shoes on.
Yep.
All right. Well, I've given up. I'll find it at some point, but
we'll find it.
I still thought that it was one of my favorite looks.
Do we know who designed this look? Like, do we know who made it for her?
I'm
very curious.
She credited it. You know what? She did credit it on Instagram. So let me go on Instagram and find it. She put all of her credits there.
Diego Montoya.
Oh, that was probably so expensive then.
Yes. So the sketch was inspired by, his name was Kazepi, and she put this in there after all the controversy. So this is Kazepi, and this is like all the stuff that they do, and then they made this look. Here's the original drawing, and this was in 2019. So this is what the look.
Okay, I will say, I think it's similar. I don't think it's a replica or like a copy. Like
yeah, because there's different colors. You can definitely see
the inspiration. Yeah,
it's still a really beautiful look, though.
Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous.
Yeah,
but it's so stunting.
Yeah,
I felt like this could have been a villain from like a sci-fi movie or something like that.
She's like behind a control board. She's shooting a laser beam. Like,
oh yeah, like this is just brilliant. Not only fashion design but character design.
Yeah,
it's stunning. Like someone should hire this person, and then whoever like recreated the look. Like if she Diego Montoya, like they should be hired for like a movie.
How much do you think that gown cost?
Oh,
I guess it's $10,000.
Yeah, that's like a $10,000 to $12,000 garment.
Yeah,
it had to be.
Paris Hilton paid for that for her.
Oh, honestly, maybe.
Okay, next is
no, not this.
Candy Muse's Peacock look.
I turned the TV off on this one.
It's like you finally wear a gown and you just have it with the worst fabric that you could pick from. Like I love the silhouette.
It looked like one of the stepsisters' dresses.
She looks like
Cinderella.
Yeah.
Oh my god. She looks like the Brandy Disney Cinderella. The stepsister who's like,
oh my god,
that one.
Yes.
I see it now that you say. Oh, I see it.
It's the ugly stepsister.
I like it. I do enjoy it. I like the silhouette.
And I really like this designer because this was made by a New York designer.
Is this Piretta?
This is Piretta. And I think
I love Piretta. Yeah,
I love Piretta. I think they're a gorgeous designer. I think this look is just not it.
Yeah, I think it could be if the blue like the blue accent was like just a different material.
Yeah.
It looks
Or
inexpensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was maybe more structured or more something. It was just that's the one part. Or if it was just all black.
Even I was about to say all black would make it look really chic.
And just with the sparkles on the side, that'd be great.
I'd love more feathers, like not just on her head.
Oh, what if all the blue was feathers?
That's what I mean. Like if all the blue was like feathers or
That's
I was gonna say if she was gonna go for a peacock concept, go full out. Go full peacock. Don't have peacock it. You know, we want to see your peacock cock. We we don't just want to see we just got the pea. We didn't get the full cock, you know.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, yeah, I see that.
But I mean, for Candy, I thought it was an okay job.
Elevated. Yeah.
So the next one was I saw a lot of people say they didn't delight on this look. But what did you guys think of this look?
I didn't like it.
I really liked it.
I did not. I just thought it was a missed. I thought there was so many other places she could have gone with even this concept, and it just didn't. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't like it. It just seemed a little too, maybe too camp. Too like it looks like it should be glamour, but it's full camp, and I don't know how to describe what I don't like about it.
Oh, see, that's why I loved it, because it seems like two worlds. Like it's so sparkly and shiny and out there, and it's like so in your face that I was like so into it.
Maybe if the train came all the way around to like her full side, I think maybe that's the train needed to be bigger.
I think that's what threw me off. It kind of reminded me of in season 1 of UK when you had one of the queens dressed as baby Queen Elizabeth, and she had like her dress stuffed into a diaper. It kind of
does.
Okay,
now that you say diaper, it does give diaper vibes.
Yeah, and I know what she's going for. She's going for like the I don't remember what the word is, but like this was
panto?
Yeah, it's a panto.
It's very panto.
Like that's what she was going for, but then when you have the train behind it, it's like giving the illusion that it's supposed to be a dress. So it looks like it's tucked into her leg, like the dress is tucked into her leg, and it looks a little weird. But
it's fine.
But like, it's gorgeous.
I think it's the mint color. That I really like.
I miss the mint hair.
Oh yeah, the color scheme is beautiful.
Yeah. But it's still a very like amazing like look. Like, she still looks stunting, and this is great. Yeah. It's not like the final look that you're supposed to wear for a season, for me personally. But
I forgot this is supposed to be her best drag. This is her final look.
Right. Like, this is it. Right. This is the one.
Yeah, this is just not the one, you know.
No, this is your opener. You open the show with this.
It gives me wintergreen.
Yeah,
like
when you say it as like
commercial.
a final statement, I'm not as into it. I think as a standalone look, I'm really into it. But this is like your final statement. I do think there's more that she could do, because then she wears that ugly performance outfit, which I'm sure we'll talk about.
Oh, don't worry, we'll get there.
So I think, and then last is Simone. Oh yeah,
this Medusa hair is everything to me.
I loved it. I loved the armor. I loved the hair. I loved the dress. I thought this was great.
The one side of armor, the one side of flowy, like gorgeous Greek, like inspiration gown, Greek or Roman. I'm not sure which one Medusa is, but
look at the detail.
Just gorgeous.
It's it. Like this is everything.
She's ready.
The way
battle.
they blend,
And can I say too that her skin is always beautiful. Like she always like. She must have put oil or like something on it. Like she's always shining and gleaming whenever she's on stage. Like she just looks so stunning to me. Like
she's one of the girls that can actually get away with showing all the actual skin.
Yeah, her skin is just so beautiful. Like
she's just gorgeous. She's gorgeous. She's just a gorgeous person. Like inside and out, I think is like just like such a well-rounded human being.
And it's not often too that you see a queen bare-legged too. Like she has no hose or anything on either.
Right.
Oh yeah, if I'm in drag, I'm wearing like 9 pairs of tights. Not right now because you can't see my lower half of my body. But
Absolutely.
So those were all of the finale looks. So then I don't think the lip syncs have been posted yet. Let me see if they. Let me see if they had been.
I mean, we can also just like talk about them a little.
Yeah.
I want to just get the looks on this stage.
Yes.
That's what I'm looking for. So.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
So we got Simone's look, and then we have Mick's look, which both are gonna reveal. What did you guys think of their looks for? They did Gimme More, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I will say, I miss the days of when I don't know the reveal is coming.
That's that's what Candy fucking did. She was the only one that did the assignment of the reveal. I mean, I have to say, I do love when someone walks on stage like as a ball sack and then reveals into something else. Like that Alyssa Edwards camera dress, still one of my favorites.
Oh,
yeah.
It's because it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a 2-in-1. It's not a 2-in-1. It's two separate.
It's just
Speaking of
Alyssa,
Alyssa's actually hosting drag bingo at my school in a week. So
you should ask her to wear the camera dress. Can you make a request? Can you call her? Like, can you make the submission?
Like, so iconic.
Be like, I will pay you money to wear the.
Don't offer her money. She's gonna ask you.
She's gonna make a shit. She's making like $10,000 just to show up. You're fine.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how my school got her, but no, my school got her for drag bingo. So
what school do you go to?
I go to SUNY Albany.
Oh, okay, they got money. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
they have money. Yeah,
they got money.
But I'm excited. But yeah, I thought these looks were. I loved Simone's look. It was very 90s and 80s.
Yeah, and I liked her how she was moving. I liked that she kind of felt like she was like giving us some acting beats.
Yeah,
kind of like I'm in a sports Lakers gear. And then she took it off to be like a Laker girl. I kind of love that.
And she fully went from masculine to feminine in her.
That was a good reveal. I could see it was coming, but it was so drastically different that I was here for it.
Mm-hmm. It was really good.
Yeah, Mix just kind of was the same outfit 3 times.
It just looked like Mick was just taking. She didn't reveal. Like there was no like I'm gonna reveal this now. It was just like I'm taking it off.
Yeah, it's like
and I'm taking this thing off too. Oh, and let me take this third thing off, and you were gonna like it. It's like
and then let me just split that doesn't go to the floor. Great.
I wasn't a fan of the hair either. To be honest, I didn't like the hair.
I think I don't know. For me, in lip syncs, what you're wearing doesn't matter that much to me personally. Like I want to see you perform. Like wear something you can perform in. If you want to have something bulky on over it and take it off and start twirling and kicking, then do that. But
I think Simone really performed. Yeah. Out of the two of them, I think Simone performed the song, and I think Gottmik was just kind of there.
I think Mick just needs a little more. You can tell she hasn't. She's not a performer. Like she's not a bar queen.
Yeah, she doesn't do it enough.
Yeah, she doesn't go out. She never had to do the fucking competitions for $50.
Yeah, she never had to show up for free on a Monday night and stay there until 1 o'clock in the morning to possibly win a drink ticket.
Exactly. Yeah. But like you can tell I will say there is a difference. You can see the queens that have had to do that and the queens that have not had to do that. Like you see a different fight, a different sense of knowing what you have to do to get ahead.
Yeah. You have to know how to play the game and fight.
Yes.
I think Mick was just lucky enough to be an extremely talented makeup artist since they were like 17, 18 years old working professionally. And then that's how they got into the
I feel like people need to, just like how people should know how to sew coming on to Drag Race, because you know that's going to happen. I think that people need to start, if you're not a lip syncer, you need to be a lip syncer. Because now, if you want to win, you have to know how to lip sync. Because even if you're going to Bianca it and get to the finals without having a lip sync, at some point you are going to lip sync.
I think that's been a thing since the beginning. Like, look at Miss Fame in season 7. Miss Fame was a bomb lip sync. It was not good. Like, it was a bomb. Like,
that should have been a double elimination. Let me just say.
That should have been.
It just wasn't cute because Miss Fame didn't need to know how to do it because Miss Fame wasn't out there hustling on a Tuesday.
I wish they would like actually go to bars and recruit queens more than just like here's an audition tape.
That's how it used to be. Apparently, it used to be that they would come to the cities and they would watch people perform and then ask you to try out. And I think that's it takes a lot longer. Like you can't turn them out like they are, but you could really find a lot of hidden gems like going to see drag in other places.
Because honestly, a lot of really talented people are not going to sit down and do a 45-minute thing. I've seen the questionnaire because like I literally, one of my friends wanted me to fill the questionnaire out for her. So people are just not going to do that. And
it's a lot of work.
No. And then a 45-minute video on top of that, like,
man.
you're missing out on a lot of really talented people by doing that, you know?
Yeah. But also, you can't have the best people on every season because then it's not gonna. People aren't gonna like it because their favorites are gonna keep going home because everyone's.
Well, and that's why we have people like Joey J who get on the show.
Yeah.
Thank God he's hot.
I mean,
that's how we got. I mean,
I will never forget when they announced Joey J, and I went on his Instagram, and I was just like, all these are boy pictures.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, did you know Joey was a boy performer? He did like the Mr. like Wisconsin pageant.
Yeah.
Like, he was a boy pageant person. And then I don't even know how. He apparently has only been doing drag for a little bit because
he's like a
like
year.
26 or something.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah. He was a dancer for. I forgot who they said he danced for, but he was like a celebrity dancer. So.
Oh yeah.
That was how he got into it. Was that one of the people he danced with did drag, and they made him do it, and then he liked it, so now he's a drag queen.
Yeah. And you know what? You always have to have a hot guy on the season. I'm not gonna lie, being an attractive man helps a lot getting on Drag Race.
I mean, look at Pearl.
Oh yeah,
Milk.
Yeah, and Milk.
There's an example every season. Yeah.
Yeah. Even Rose. Yeah. I think Rose just kind of was also attractive, and then she just got on because yeah.
I think this season had one of the better looking casts out of drag. I will say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anyone that I wouldn't try and canoodle with. You know?
You hook up with Tina Burner?
Huh?
Do you hook up with Tina Burner?
I know. But hey,
there's your one person, Gorge.
I'm like, not yet.
That was not a quick enough no. There was a little bit of hesitation there.
I
mean, I probably wouldn't. I would
if Tina didn't have that bright red hair. Yeah, sure. But if Tina still got that bright red boy hair, I'm out.
The ketchup and mustard. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm sure it washes out. It'll be fine.
You know what I bet people say when they're in bed with Tina? I'm loving it.
Oh.
Not the McDonald's theme.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh, that I guarantee you, she never is gonna wear red, orange, yellow ever again after how much people hate her.
Yes,
I think she
will.
will.
Trademark. Yeah.
I hope not that often, but also can I just call her out? She made that up for Drag Race. She is not known for wearing orange.
Well, that's the thing. Every time
colors.
I've gone on your Instagram, you have not just been wearing these colors. Like this is not what you are known for. Like
I've literally never seen her in those colors until Drag Race.
She needed a shtick. That was
she needed a brand.
I mean, I'm not gonna wear red and green when I go on Drag Race every fucking.
I mean, that's very true.
Ooh,
I would hope not.
Or all Christmas theme.
I could.
Ooh.
I have enough drag. Christmas drag. I could do a full.
I love
Christmas
your
season.
drag name, by the way. It's so genius.
Merry Christmas.
Yes. I'm a Jew, so. Oops.
Oh well. I don't know. I don't have a quick.
Yeah, there's where you were gonna go.
Oh goodness. Okay. Well, then the second lip sync, or I guess it was the first one, but whatever, was Work Bitch, which I'm surprised has not been used on Drag Race sooner.
It has.
Oh, it has.
Mercedes and Kimura.
Yes.
Oh, you're right. No, they did. That's right.
Wait, is that her name? Kimura? What's her name? Kahana Montrese. There it is.
Kahana. Yeah.
Kahana.
Montrese. Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, Drag Race 11 is such an acid trip.
I don't know what I said.
Corona before her time.
Corona Montrese. Oh my God! If Coco had a new daughter that started
during the pandemic,
100%.
Honestly, I felt like 11 kind of had bad casting, not because the queens were terrible, but because you had 15 queens, which is more than any other season, and a lot of them had the same last names as older seasons, or even as people on there. So it's hard for viewers that are not. Casual viewers, remember.
And I do know about season 11 in particular. That was the season where they moved up the deadline aggressively. So most people that would have auditioned didn't because they weren't ready. They couldn't.
Yeah.
Because usually it'd been the same time almost every year for a while, and then they moved it, and so all the girls were like, "I'm not ready. I was going to be ready, but I'm not ready, so I can't."
Yeah.
Well, because a lot of people will go based on the application from the year before and try to film throughout the year. I know a lot of people, the year I tried out was like, oh, well, have you been filming throughout the year? I'm like, no, why? And they were like, well, have fun.
Yeah. That's going to be me this year, is just trying to get pretty dresses and lip sync videos.
But
figure out what to do for Snatch Game. Okay, but what about this lip sync?
I thought.
I mean, Rosé's look was bad. Period. I still
Yeah. You know what? There's always one person that gets demolished, like Asia O'Hara in season 10.
Right.
In 11, honestly, I felt I didn't understand why they were praising Silky so much. I didn't feel like Silky did that good of a job in 11 in her lip sync, but that's just my opinion.
No,
Yeah.
my favorite
Who was
video of
praising
Silky
her?
lip syncing is that one of her in Chicago where the wig, like she like whips the wig falls into the audience. Like Silky's not a good lip syncer.
No.
And if I had to lip sync for my life, I was fucking ready. It's like, no, you weren't.
No, you weren't. I don't think you were.
I do think Rosé got demolished. I think you can see it on Rosé's face that her body is in pain throughout the entire lip sync, and that's what got me. Was like you can see that she just like was not in it to win it.
Yeah. I think she had already maybe resigned herself before the finale. She's like, no, she knows like I'm not gonna probably win anyway.
Yeah.
Because I will say, like with the winners for the most of the past seasons, it's kind of track record, but it's mostly on who gets the most retweets and Instagram likes, and like America kind of chooses for the most part, and then they can bamboozle you if they want to, but you at least know when it gets to the final two.
Right.
I was still very shocked when, I mean, I was happy. I was rooting for Jada the whole season, and I wanted her to win. But I was shocked that they didn't crown Gigi, because Gigi had just like this huge fan base, which, to be honest with you, I felt like Gigi should have been in the bottom many times, and she shouldn't have won some of the challenges that she did win. But
Gigi, what was the Rusical? Was that the Madonna one where she won the challenge? And I was like, I do not agree with Gigi winning that challenge.
No, and then some of the comedy.
I understand why she won, because she was in the air and she did a flip, but that was Jan's challenge.
Yeah. 100%. Jan was in a flat. I'm sorry, she was in a jazz shoe for that, so I'm not that mad that she lost.
Damn.
They read cheat sheet for it on All Stars. Read everyone.
That's very true. There's no consistency. There's no consistency. This is why I ultimately have decided that Drag Race isn't for me personally. Is it takes the fun out of drag, but also there's no consistency in the judging.
Right.
And you're kind of leaving it up to these people who, like, half of the time the judging panel doesn't do drag, and the one person who does do drag is RuPaul, who doesn't really do drag. Like,
she doesn't do any of her own stuff.
Yeah.
And RuPaul rarely even speaks on the judging panel. She actually just recently started speaking more. Like, she used to never say anything during the judging.
Highlight of the whole season still is when she flips off Utica. One of my favorite moments.
That was so. I think that was the most underappreciated joke of the season. Was Utica saying, "Please stand up." It was so good.
But that's the thing, though. Talk about jokes that have layers. If you're not a fan of Drag Race who knows that type of backstage information, you didn't get it. It went over your head.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's this giant rumor on the internet that we all know RuPaul is straight up in sweatpants underneath the judging panel, and it proved it in that moment of like, hey, stand up, and just getting flipped off. You know RuPaul wasn't going to do it.
Flipped off, not a nail, not even a nail.
The only thing that would have made it better is if she did stand up, though, and just was like, yep, here I am. Here are the sweatpants. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I thought that was hilarious. To be honest, like I thought Utica did a bad job, but that joke honestly low-key saved the performance for me a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, Rosé just got demolished in that lip sync. There's no way other way about it.
Candy did a reveal the way I want to see a reveal, though. Candy did that reveal where I had no idea what was underneath that outfit, and I also could have believed that would have just been her outfit. Like I could have easily just
that's what Twitter was saying.
The second lip sync, I will say,
like she's unprepared.
I did see Piretta made that as well. She posted on Facebook today. She's like, "Y'all really thought I was going to send her on stage without a reveal?" So I'll say that was probably the best finale reveal in a while. No, I lied. Brooklyn Heights revealing her shoes is the best reveal of all time.
Oh, that one was really good.
Going from heels to a point shoes, best reveal of all time. But Candy's is still pretty good.
Yeah.
And then the last lip sync. To be honest, I wasn't really blown away by any of the lip syncs during the finale. There wasn't really like any moment where I was like, but this was an okay final lip sync. I felt like both of them did a pretty good job. I loved when Simone that was a really great reveal where she took the one strand of hair and just then
had 4 linguine noodles just popping at the
I
top.
didn't
Yeah.
like that.
Someone said it was
hated it.
supposed to spin.
Oh, you didn't
Someone
like
said
that?
it was supposed to spin, and it didn't.
Oh,
Okay, that would have been everything.
Yeah, if it had
I
spun
see.
around and like hit Candy in the face, I would have been like, yes! Like,
Yeah, I thought it was I thought the final was nice. I mean, Till the World Ends is a great song.
yeah.
I mean, I've been
They
to
should have
the
done the
concert
remix.
and it's so fun
Yeah.
and it was perfect. But I don't know. I just thought it was a little underwhelming.
Yeah.
All the lip syncs, like you said, they were just a little bit like I like a death drop. I like the double splits. You know, I like when people, you know, act it out. So it was a little underwhelming. And I like a shock and surprise. Like I like dead butterflies. You know, I like all those good things. You know,
yeah.
Give me something.
Give you something to talk about later, where it was kind of like, oh well, Candy pulled out a flag that was kind of crumpled up and looked like she just like put it, like I don't even know where she pulled it up from, but it wasn't a good reveal moment, like and Simone, like if the thing had spun, I would have been like, yeah, done. That's the moment of the whole night. But the fact that it just boop,
it was 4 like ding, 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 ding.
Like she couldn't have top loaded like some confetti at least on top, so at least a little. Or
but I
some
think
baby
if
powder.
it had worked out where it pulled and spun in around, I think
that
it
would have been good.
So good. But when it popped out, it was just kind of like, oh, it's just hanging there now.
I thought it was genius because it looked like a mushroom cloud to me. Like, and the song was "Till the World Ends," and it was like a new. So it's like I thought that was a little mushroom cloud that popped on her head. Like
I thought it looked like a miniature graduation cap with noodles dangling, and I was like, I don't understand this at all.
No, if her dress was noodles, that would have been fun.
There we go.
Full, spaghetti look. Why not? This is my fettuccine look. Here we go.
Right.
I don't know, but it was just something was missing from this. And like, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt is quarantine, I guess. But it's just, there wasn't any moment that I was just like, oh. And I feel like that's why they're still doing the lip sync for the crown.
There is one moment that was a gasp.
Ooh.
When Lala Ree was Miss Congeniality.
Yeah,
that was.
Talked about that yet.
Yeah,
I loved that.
It was a surprise.
I wasn't as shocked though because when I watched back the season, because now they're going based off of like the queens. When you watch the episodes, you can tell Lala Ree is like one of the queens that made everyone feel good. And when she gets eliminated, everyone had confessionals. Oh, like Lala was like the one that made us feel good. Like she was the energy in the room. And you could tell that there was like a real dim in the air when she left. So in my head, like Miss Congeniality was either Utica or Olivia. Because I felt like they were.
I really thought Olivia was going to take it. I really did. But the thing is, I think Olivia, what someone was saying to me the other day, was Olivia comes off very fake on the show. It's very fake. It's manufactured. Like, it's not how she is as a person. She's not a congenial person. It's just the cameras turned on and they pointed at her and she was very nice. So that's what I've heard about her. So I was surprised based on the show's perspective of her that she didn't win. But then once I've heard these other things, I'm like, oh, okay, it kind of makes sense.
That's how it came off.
Yeah.
I definitely thought that Lala was like the perfect choice. And I did see it. I wasn't like, I still was surprised when it happened because it's like, you know, you don't think about her because she was one of the earlier queens to go.
Right.
But I felt like she was the right pick. And looking back, it wasn't as shocking in retrospect.
I mean, it's really good for her because almost all of the Miss Congenialities so far have been on All Stars. So
that's very true.
Yeah.
They do. She always, and I think she will come back because she is. I think she went out on an episode where like she just didn't have the skill at the time to execute something better than what she could, and she did the best she could. I mean, but
And then Elliot with 3Ks destroyed her lip sync.
Yeah,
that was upsetting. I was like, oh, I get it. Once again, the splits and the cooter slams and all that jazz.
I think that was like one of the only people that could have sent her home, though. So it's just luck of the draw sometimes. Because, she could have easily been in that Candy Muse slot if she would have made that lip sync. Because she could have sent Candy home. She could have sent Denali home. She could have sent
Yep.
A lot of
I
girls
thought that was going to be Lala's storyline. I thought Lala was going
I thought it was
to,
about to be a comeback
Yeah.
cheer, but
like Monet, where Monet was in the bottom 2 weeks early on, and then she started doing really well.
Mhm.
I thought that was going to be Lala's story because I just saw Lala going much further than she
Yeah.
actually did.
But she does have one of the most iconic dresses of all time.
She sure does.
Yes, and she.
I will
better
never look at a
capitalize.
bag and not see Lala Ree. One of those little party bags.
She
Mhm.
fully just took the bags, did not alter them in any way, and just glued them to it.
As someone, I have made a dress out of bags. You cut them open and you have double the space. Like you have double the shit to work with.
No.
She didn't even cut the handles off.
No.
I love it. I
She
love
cut the
it.
handles. Like
It's
that was
terrible,
just
but I love it.
that was
Like-
just what blew my mind when I saw it. I was like, she just like glued the bag and did nothing to it. Like,
And this is why I love Drag Race as a reality show, because like as another performer, I'm like, oh, I feel for you right now. Like that sucks. It looks so bad. But then as like a fan, you're like, oh, I love this because you look you look so messy and it's such good TV.
Yes.
yeah.
But you know what? It was a great performance outfit. So she was. She said, "Let me get in a leotard and just send this bitch home."
And the purse on the head, the little furry purse.
I like that.
That was cool.
That was fun.
The neck up got for me. It
Yeah.
was the neck down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Could you wait? Did she have? I can't remember how that lipstick went. Did she have a wig inside of the thing? Because I would have got a little pussycat wig, put it in that, taken it out, put it on her head.
Oh,
That would have been good.
That's cute.
But she looks straight bald too, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, she just took she just took that shit off and then
The
just
cat.
like threw it at Joey J.
Oh, that's who she. Oh, Joey.
That's who it was.
Yeah.
Didn't
and she-
stand a chance.
Lala is so smart. When Joey did that thing with the money, she just started picking the money
Pick
up.
up the money.
Like,
Pick up the money.
how smart is that to use
Yeah.
Well,
someone's
that's
gag
someone
against
again.
them?
That's someone who knows how to perform in a bar. That's someone who knows how to
Mhm.
roll with the punches. The amount of times that I'm performing and the audience does something I didn't expect them to do, and you work off of that. You go with what the audience is going to do. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
you have to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and those are usually who you can tell. That's how you know they're winning the lip sync right away.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
and air instruments. RuPaul loves when you hit a beat.
RuPaul's sense of humor
Yeah.
is fart jokes and air instruments. That is
Like go back,
It
go
is.
back to almost every lip sync in Drag Race history. If a queen does a little, like Simone is great on clapping on any
Yeah.
beat. Like that's like she'll like point to the point.
Simone's style of lip syncing is perfect for RuPaul
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
she
It's
like
not too
with the
much.
faces. Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the RuPaul performance at the beginning of this finale.
Oh yeah.
Oh, a performance. Is that what we're calling it?
I guess that's what
Okay,
they
great.
called
Love
it.
that.
I hated it.
I think.
I just think it's so
You're
funny.
upset. To be fair, it wasn't the worst lip sync of the night. So
No,
at
to be
least
fair.
there was that.
But
At least RuPaul got like third place on
I
her
loved it.
show.
I loved it. I just thought we never get to see her perform. So I was like, oh.
we saw why. We
It's
saw
true.
why we never get to see her perform.
I
Except
love
that one time with the stunt double. Do we remember that?
Oh,
episode?
yeah.
RuPaul is like
Yeah.
spectacular.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
that was so funny.
Yeah, that was really fun. I think I want more of that. I want more of an
Yes.
obviously not RuPaul doing a lip sync.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm down.
I love whenever RuPaul brings on like these like obviously not going to chart, obviously like not that good songs, and then just like shoves them down our throat. I just think it's so funny. Like, here's my song, and everyone's like, okay.
I didn't even write a verse to this. Can y'all write some verses for me?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just for that one?
Lucky was just a song. There's no verses in Lucky by RuPaul at all. It's just the choruses.
And I think that's
Yeah.
the best kind of song for RuPaul to release. Like, it's so smart because I don't want to listen to the RuPaul version. I want to listen to the fun versions, like with all the queens.
Yeah.
So like, why do more work?
I just love it whenever RuPaul songs come on the show because it's just so funny to me. It's just like,
Well, my favorite is when they're like RuPaul's mega hit, and I'm like, I've never heard of this motherfucker song.
You never heard that song before.
I love all of your hit song. That's like one of my favorite
hit
reads of all
song.
time.
Oh,
And then
good.
Kim Chi during the whatchamacallit, the roast when she came on for the celebrity, she was like, "Oh, congrats on your daytime talk show. It's gonna be a great season."
Yep. It's gonna be a great season.
It didn't even last the 2-week preview that they do for talk shows. Like,
No, we didn't. Oh shit! Wow.
yeah, like because because I want to have a talk show one day. That's like my dream job. Like when you do a talk show, you get 2 weeks preview. You don't get a full season. You get like 2 weeks preview, and it got beat out by the Kelly Clarkson show.
I was just about to say, I'm surprised Kelly Clarkson got her show after 2 weeks.
Yeah, they gave it to her.
I like Kelly's show.
Oh,
I like it. She seems like my sister. I like her. She seems like she also karaoke. Come on,
no,
the pun.
Karaoke.
It's not for me.
The pun, a new song every week. I love it.
Are we more excited for All Star 6 or Drag Race Down Under?
All Star 6, because I heard All Star 6 is mess.
I say also I've heard some things and I'm very excited to watch them play out. So
the cast, y'all know the cast, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I felt like they brought together the messiest, most dramatic queens that they haven't brought back yet, and they threw them on. Like, this cast is something else. Like they got Raja O'Hara in there.
Raja O'Hara is the big one for me that I'm excited to watch because I feel like we didn't really get to know her that much on season 11, and now we're really gonna get to see.
Yeah, another person we didn't really get to know that I think I'm really excited to see is Sonique.
Yes,
on All Star 6 because she was like season 2.
Season 2,
yeah.
And I think she only lasted a few episodes.
Yeah, like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Trinity K. Bonet. That's what I'm excited for.
Oh, I love Trinity.
Finally getting her shot.
Yeah, the season really did pick people from earlier seasons to that have changed and evolved as queens.
Yeah.
Is Jiggly really coming back?
Supposedly.
I'm excited for her too.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I love Jiggly.
Yeah, Jiggly just got done so dirty on her season. Like the way Fifi did that.
I think she did pretty well on her season.
I think she did
pretty far too.
No, on the final episode, her final episode,
yeah.
where Fifi basically convinced her. Like Fifi is strategic as shit. Like she convinced her to basically do like a losing performance when she probably could have won that challenge or like at least done decent.
Yeah, if she was funny.
Yeah, I love Jiggly though, and I'm actually surprised it took them this long to bring her back.
Yeah. I mean,
I am too because RuPaul seems like a big fan of Jiggly.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I call you Jiggly? Yeah.
Did it have something to do with maybe her doing Pose? Did it have like a contractual like?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, true.
Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know who I'm mad hasn't been back? Madame LaQueer. We need more Madame LaQueer on the
show. Oh my gosh. Wait, how about them bringing back Serena Chacha? I went to
that
school.
one is
I can't wait to see her.
Oh my god! But she's very talented, though. She makes a lot of wigs for the queens, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bought a wig from Serena Chacha before.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you wear it on our next
Did you enjoy your product? Or?
I did not. I did not. Spoiler alert.
Oh.
Did not enjoy my product. It showed up very bad.
Wait, so she makes bad? Oh, so she makes bad wigs.
I mean, I'm not going to say they're bad wigs. I know other people have had good experiences. I did not.
I'm not going to say this is the first time I've heard someone had a bad experience.
I will say I'm not the first person.
Can you wear it on the next episode?
I don't think I own it anymore. I think I actually
You threw it away. I'm weak.
No, I donated it to a baby drag queen who doesn't know what a good wig is.
Oh my god.
That's what you do with your older drag. You donate it to the youth of drag.
That's most of my drag is things I got from other queens.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take that.
Yeah, that's your starter drag. Especially because like no one I know is the same size as me other than like one other queen in Boston. So I'm always like, here you go. Whoop, take this outfit. Take that.
Holy love.
No.
Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. But I'm excited to see her. And then who else is on that cast? They're bringing Ginger Minge back.
I don't agree with that.
Oh,
I don't
really?
either.
No, I'm not. I feel like I've seen enough of Ginger at this point. I feel like I don't need Ginger on Drag Race again.
I think she got done dirty in her All Stars.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think All Stars 2 was way too soon for her to come back. However, I think she is the best host in Drag Race history. And I want to see, and I think All Stars is more set up for that. Like, if you're a good host, like you're good on the mic, you can parlay that into success on All Stars.
I can see that.
And I'm interested to see her come with that energy.
I just wish that they would have a theme for the All-Stars because it's like they're doing way too many, in my opinion. At this point, it's just like a spin-off show. It's not really something special anymore, which is really sad.
It's on Paramount Plus now, right? That's what they were saying during the finale.
Like they need to stop calling it All Stars.
I thought they should have called it something like Second Chances or Redemption.
Yeah, it should be.
It should have been Redemption.
I would love a Redemption with like people out first or second.
Yeah,
that's
something like that. Like
that's what this is, really, because all of these queens, with the exception of a handful, did really bad on their season. Like, I think the only ones here that actually made it to their finale was Akira, Eureka, Ginger, and Silky. Everyone else went out before their finale, and it's like, I don't know. To me, an all-star is someone that like could have potentially won their season or a fan favorite.
I agree with that to a point. I also think that some of the best people are the people who grow after the show. Like some of the best people I've seen perform are the people who did poorly on Drag Race. Like,
yeah.
I'm not against them getting invited back. I just wish that they would. I don't think that it's right to put them against clear fan favorites, because I felt like season 5 was a perfect example. When we saw that cast, we all knew the top 3 was going to be Cracker, Shay, and Jujubee, because they just have such a level of fan favorite. And what sucks is that when people are voting off, like, they're afraid of what the fans are going to say. It's like, if they vote off Shay, the fan base was going to get whoever voted her off, you know? That's a real fear.
But then also, it should be fan favorites, not all stars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like the Survivor style.
Me too.
I like it.
Yeah. It
I
had such a layer.
It a little better. You know?
I think so too.
You know,
they don't strategize enough. Like that's always my thing. I'm like, you should. I would have cut this person way earlier. Like every time I'm like, pull it out.
I've heard,
low-key,
I have heard a little international All Stars tea.
Oh, I love international.
And apparently, I'll say that is a little more strategic.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. I am excited for international All Stars so badly.
So excited! I think I'm more excited for that than anything else.
Yeah, I think. Have we heard the cast of that?
Yes.
Pangina, period, point blank. I am obsessed with her. I am so excited for Pangina to be on Drag Race. Drag Race Thailand was the franchise for me. Like that was like, I love Drag Race Thailand. Like those performers, there are personalities, unafraid to be themselves. Like, and the looks as like, some of them aren't polished at all, but like you look at them and you're like, wow, like that's like the level that you were able to achieve is just so good. And I'm so excited to hopefully get that recognition back.
And hopefully it comes back. Like
I wish there was more Thailand. I wish there was more Thailand on international. I get why, because they don't speak English, but
that was a big thing though, is they think they're going to bring it back since the rumors about Pangina are good. So
well, I love Pangina. Anytime there was a lip sync, she's like, "Fight for your life, fight."
She is also so entertaining in person. She performed in Connecticut at one of the bars that I performed at. They got her to come to Connecticut, and she was just like such a high energy performer. Like you couldn't deny like the star power.
Right.
Yeah. And then I guess the last thing to talk about with All Star 6 is that there's a lot of people on this cast that have already been back multiple times. You got Eureka on there, Ginger, of course. You got Pandora, and then you've got Yara. What do you guys think about Pandora and Yara being back?
I'm fine with it. They were both Yara. I less care about more than Pandora. Got like screwed over on All Stars 1.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how she's grown, and if she hasn't grown, then she can go first. But like, I want to see what I want to see what's new.
Yeah.
She just got so screwed.
Oh, Mimi first fucked her
by being partners with Mimi. Yeah.
But I also think if Pandora could have like just got her head out of her ass, like they could have done well.
I agree.
Oh yeah,
I agree. Yeah. She fought it too much.
Yeah,
their drag works better together than I think she realized.
I think now if it wasn't Mimi, or maybe if they were on like a duo All Star now, it would be different.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think Mimi's kind of a trash person.
That's true.
That was what it was. I think it was just that Pandora was like, "Fuck, I gotta win with this bitch," like that. No one likes.
I can't win with this bitch. Like,
I know that they knew their partners.
That's the thing. I think if All Stars was different, where they came in knowing they were a duo before they got there, got to come in with their partner picked. Yeah, right.
I think they did though, because when I watched it, they were talking about something about you didn't pick me, but and then all their costumes matched, but not in a way that it could have been like accidental. Like some of the matches.
Yeah, like the blue and the green with Pandora and Mimi, that was so spot
That
on.
was so random.
Both of them, I don't know. That was too.
But I think Mimi was a last minute replacement though.
Yeah, Mimi was the last minute replacement
for
Willem.
Fifi and Willem were supposed to be on, but then Fifi didn't pass the evaluation because she had to go to jail or something.
Yeah.
And so then they cut Willem at the last second.
Yeah, because there was no storyline for Willem at that point.
Yeah. I felt like All Stars 1 could have been like one of the best seasons ever if it didn't have that duos twist. Because the cast,
100%. The cast was stellar.
It was amazing.
Other than Mimi.
Yeah. Well, Mimi could have just been, they need someone to go home first, you know?
Yeah. I would have been fine with like, the duo. I kind of want duos like again now that it's like so far in the past. I wouldn't mind like revamping it. Like if they cast them in a pair already. And it was like only 6 episodes again, so it's like a mini season. You don't have to spend too much money on it. Like you and your like teammate, and like it could be iconic drag teammates from like all the seasons of Drag Race. Like Raven and Juju were perfect. Like Rose and Denali can come back and do it. Like something like that. You know, people who are associated with each other.
Like
or Rose and Jan could come back and do it. Like
that's very true.
Yeah.
I know that All Stars 1 was used as a tester, which is why it was only 6 episodes. It was because they weren't sure how it was going to do. Yeah. So that's why they had them as duos, which is why they're saying International All Stars is also only going to be 6 episodes.
Yeah, because there's only 9 of them.
Like a tester. Because then if people like it. Yeah. Oh, if people like it, I think International All Stars could become a regular thing.
I think
I just hope they include more of the franchises.
I'm going to feel so bad for Jujubee if she loses again. Because...
Was it the 4th?
The 4th.
The 4th
but this will mean too, like, imagine she gets to the finale again and then loses.
Yeah, but I also don't want a U.S. queen to win International All Stars. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't think Jujubee cares that if she wins. Like, I think she's not doing it because of that. Unless
once you win, you can't come back.
Yeah, and look at how much money she's making over the fucking four span.
Yeah.
Her career is still going. She was on season 2.
Yeah,
exactly.
But I mean, I have some favorites that I want to do well on the international.
Mm-hmm. Who are your faves?
My little lemon, my little blue hydrangea.
I love lemon.
I do too. Yeah,
it's gonna be a good season.
Yeah,
you're giving me some blue hydrangea vibes a little bit, Robin.
Ooh.
Yeah,
thanks, Gorge. I take that as a very high compliment.
Oh, I love her. Her face is yummy.
Yeah, her faces, her and Ellie Diamond's faces are 2 of the UK like queens' faces that I'm like, you are so perfect. Like it's so like minutely done.
Mm-hmm.
They use tiny brushes.
Yeah,
tiny brushes. Their angles are correct.
Mm-hmm.
Colors are correct. Like it always is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. But can we do a All Stars, like when it comes out, can we do like the All Stars kind of like we can pick our faves?
Yeah. Like we can do a draft. We could do
we're doing a draft.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And Robin's cousin is on an season, right?
Oh,
Down
Drag
Under.
Race Down Under. We are not okay. So let me tell you some tea about Karen from Finance. So I used to have a different drag name, and I worked at a school. And I got told that I could no longer go by the drag name I used to have. And I got pulled into the human resource. I was Robin Cradles, and I got duped. I got pulled into the human resources office. They were like, we have your new desk chair for your office. I was like, great. And they were like, oh, we're also going to talk to you about something. And they had a printout of my Facebook. And they were like, this isn't okay. Circled a bunch of stuff. I was like, okay. Had a meltdown because I had just like started to actually like perform regularly. And was like, I'm going to have to do a whole like rebranding. I don't want to do that. And my friend made a joke because I got pulled into the human resources office to become Robin from Human Resources. And it was around the same time about Karen from Finance was like gaining popularity because of Trixie. And then I perform at Austin International Drag Festival every year. And the first year I did it, Karen was also there, and we got in an elevator together. And I was like, oh, hi, I've been trying to meet you. And she was like, oh, you're Robin from Human Resources. And I was like, uh-huh. And she was just like, oh. And then she like made some joke about how we shouldn't get along. And I was like, oh yeah, everyone's told me that you talk shit about me this whole weekend. And she was just like, yeah, but I have a gig to get to and you're out of drag. And then walked away from me. And that's the only interaction we've ever had.
I thought that was I thought y'all would be good.
Oh no, we fully were like ready to fight in that elevator, Mom. We were ready to go.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
honestly, she should get the stick out of her ass. Like, there's so many drag queens out there. Like, what am I not allowed to have from blank?
Well, so this is a regular thing for her because apparently other people have names like Martha from maintenance and like stuff like that. And she thinks she owns every name that's like from some sort of part of a company now.
Yeah.
And because she's gone on podcasts and talked about how she feels her people are like stealing her ideas. And I was like, I don't want to steal your racist ideas, Gorge. I'm good. Like, you're the one who had all those dolls painted as like blackface dolls. Like, and I had a tattoo of that. Like, I don't have time for that. So no, we are not related. No, I do not enjoy. And no, I am not a fan.
So she's Australian, right?
Yeah, she's from down under.
Oh, she can stay there.
Yeah. Apparently that whole scene has a lot of problems. The Australian drag scene apparently is like really racist and has like a lot of issues in it, and a lot of the queens that are on Down Under are being called out for that stuff.
Well, I've heard that Australia has more of a race issue than America does.
Yeah, 100%.
With with their I forgot the name. They're indigenous
Aboriginal people.
Aboriginal people. They have a very rich history of racism.
Oh yeah.
Down there, like, and I thought America, you couldn't get worse than America, but it's really bad.
No, and it's like ingrained in the culture. Like, people don't see it as a problem because it's so ingrained. It's so like popularized on television. Like, there's this comedian, Chris Lilly from Australia, who did that whole Angry Boys show where he was a rapper in blackface the entire time, pretending to shit on a cop car.
And when was this?
This was in 2016, 17 time. It was an HBO show.
Excuse me?
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
It's like ingrained in the culture of Australia to like think it's okay to do those things, and it's not.
Wow. Tune into the Drag Race Down Under podcast where we
just talk shit about
where we just talk shit about racist people. That sounds like fun.
Wait, hold on. Look at this goddamn cast. To be honest, I haven't give Down Under that much thought.
And Spain is coming out too. We have to.
I'm so excited for Spain.
Spain. Okay, Drag Race España looks really good. Like the Spain like the trailers and stuff are very thought out, and it looks so campy that I'm like very excited.
Yes.
Oh, Karen from Finance reminds me of Sherry Pie too.
She does.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, I hear she doesn't go that far, so I don't think we'll have to worry.
Oh.
I could tell she wasn't. I could tell that was a gimmick.
She's overhyped. Here's the thing, she's overhyped. As someone who's seen her perform before, she's overhyped. She doesn't. She doesn't. What?
Oh, I said she's only famous because of Trixie and Katya.
Yeah, she's only famous because of Trixie and Katya knowing her name.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Well, I think we have a lot of good episodes coming up.
Oh yeah, we have a lot in store for everybody.
This is going to be a really good podcast. I can already tell. Like, this is such a great panel. We got a lot of tea. But I think we pretty much covered the bases with 13. I mean, we stopped even talking about 13 because there's nothing else to talk about.
I know, yeah.
13 was a mid-level tier season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's aight.
It was there. We watched it.
Yeah, it was there. We watched it. We spent 6 months of our lives. We're moving on.
It helped us during the pandemic. It was a tool.
Yeah. I bought it on Apple TV. I supported my
You supported your
How would you guys rank Simone as a winner?
Ooh.
Well, that's hard.
That's hard. When you say rank, as in like how compared she did on the show, or how I think she would like just comparing her to other winners?
I would say both, like her performance on the show and her, like how you think she would do against the other queens. Like, but I would say more on the like how she did on the show.
Her like arc on the show,
because she probably has the most polarizing track record of any queen. She has 4 wins, but at the same time, she's been in the bottom 2 times. And
she's the first queen to ever win that lip sync twice.
And that's had 4 wins. Normally, people who go into the finale with 4 wins don't win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Top 10. She's a top 10 queen.
Yeah, I would say she's in the top 10. I would not put her in my top 5.
Yeah.
Of winners?
There's only 13. Oh, I guess All Stars winners too.
Yeah, I was going to say 13.
I was like, there's only 13 winners. So what does that mean? Bottom 3?
Yeah.
So like, where is she?
It's top 10.
That reminds me of...
I agree. It's not top 10 winner.
Yeah.
That reminds me of when America and Russia had this boxing match, like during this the Cold War. Russia lost to America, and they made this announcement to their people. They were like, in other news, Russia got second today in their boxing match, and America only got second last. So Russia came out on top.
Yeah.
It's like when people go first in games and they're like, I came in first. And
For
like,
sure.
Yeah.
There was a lovely 12th alternate.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was a 12th runner-up. I was a runner-up, though. So.
Yeah, like it's so funny to me. But I would say Simone was a pretty good winner, and I think she had some pretty good competition. I would say she's better than. I'd put her above some of the more recent winners, because I felt like some of the recent winners wouldn't have been my choice. Skipping over Jada, I probably wouldn't have crowned Aquaria, and I wouldn't have crowned Sasha, and Evie too. I felt like those weren't my top choices of who I would have crowned, but I felt like Simone was the top choice going into the finale. So I appreciated her winning because I felt like she deserved it of the people there.
Yeah. She was the rightful winner of the season.
Yeah. So I guess we'll wrap up there. Is there anything else we want to talk about?
I want to plug one thing.
Yeah, of course. We'll always have time to plug.
A monthly drag bingo show where I am in the show. So it's called Balls Over Broadway, and it's in Cleveland, Ohio. So if anybody's ever in the area, check out Mercury Theater Company, and we have a bingo show, and it's tonight. And our drag queen's name is Aurora of Thunder. So
I love that.
Aurora.
I love that.
Let me come fly to Cleveland real quick.
Yeah, Balls Over Broadway. So yeah, and I'm Meanwhile Kel's on Twitter.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give everyone a chance to plug everything that they want to before we close out the show. So Kel's. Oh yeah, no, you're okay. Don't worry. This is only episode 1. Yeah.
Okay. Was ready.
Yes. Okay. So we'll go to Robin from HR next.
All right, well, I'm Robin from HR, at Robin from HR on Twitter and Instagram. In about an hour and a half on twitch.tv/The Serve Network, we're going to have an episode of Survivor, which is some LGBTQIA plus people playing some social strategy game. So we'll see what happens. Drag queens versus the queers. It'll be a good time.
I love that show, by the way. I think it's such a serve. Yuck. Okay. Next is Elise Navidad. What do you have to plug?
You can follow me on Twitter at EliseNavy_dad, because some bitch took the real name. And then everywhere else at Elise Navidad, EliseNavyDad. You can also follow me on Twitch. I stream a drag show every Monday night at 7 p.m. with my sis Cherry Poppins. And then Lip Sync Assassin is this Friday, season 2. We have a great cast. I have some terrible twists planned that is going to throw them for some loops. So follow us there on Twitter as well, at Lip Sync Assassin. We are definitely going to be looking for more people to play, so if anyone is interested, let me know.
Very exciting. All right, and I am Dylan Andrews, and my @ is @slightlybitter with an AH. I recently changed it because I have people harassing me, but I probably will change it back at some point. My Twitch is Dylan Does with a Z. I do gaming, mostly Nintendo and other shit like that. It's a fun time. I'm on my off season right now, but I usually host a game, I Love Money, on the DH1 network. It's a pun on VH1. And we're going to start hosting many different games in the upcoming summer. So stay tuned for all of that. And I guess we're going to close out. Thank you guys so much for joining us for today's podcast. This was a really fun show. And we will see you next time for the RuPaul's Drag Race silent podcast. All right. Goodbye, everyone.